What's up, freak bitches, wherever you may be, however you may be watching? Thank you for giving us just a little bit of your time. Deity is working his way over to the Discord server right now. He'll be on here in just a little bit. I'm sure there will be some other people that are on here in a little bit as well. Cora's going to pop on at some point. But it is what some people think is the biggest day of the entire year for the National Football League, and that, my friends, is the NFL Draft. I am very, very, very excited for what's going to become of today. And almost on cue is when the man himself, the DD, pops in. What's going on, my man? And apparently the DD did not hear me. And, well, the DD's on the call somewhere. I just don't know why he can't hear me. But anyway. And I'm trying to turn all my stuff down, too. I literally have my laptop, my iPad, and my iPhone going right now, as well as some various things on my computer. So, at some point tonight, my house is probably going to burn down. So, because of all the shit that I have plugged in here to keep track of all of this stuff.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? And apparently the deity cannot hear me. Let me see if I can work on this for just 1 second. Give me a second.
Here.
I can hear you, deity. Can you hear me? Apparently the deity cannot yet hear me. Anyway. What's going on to all you wonderful people in the chat? Before I get started doing all of that, really mysterious. The deity is in the chat. Michael Clow, what's going on, Mikkel? Penny the Pooh, Cora's in here as well. She's probably going to be popping on at some point to say hi tonight. We certainly welcome her, and really anybody. And that's one of the cool things about today is that the entire the Discord server is open. I'm in the general server on Discord, so if you want to pop in and just say a few things, you absolutely can just pop in and say hi, see what's going on. Chat is right there on the screen for all of you guys to read. I mean, if you're watching it on replay or just watching your car, doing whatever. Yeah, everybody's invited to come enjoy and have fun in what is
Casey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you both. Can you guys hear me? Apparently not. Casey, can you hear me?
I'm thinking Frank might have muted you.
I'm thinking that neither one of you guys are muted.
Good, then we're good to go.
I'm thinking neither one of you guys are muted.
That was a pain in the ass getting in here.
Can you guys hear me?
Discord.
I agree.
Apparently these guys cannot hear me at all, so I'm going to go ahead and mute them while we figure all this shit out. And, well, it looks like the draft has officially started because it's updating the pick now. And we all know what this first pick's going to be. Just waiting for it to finish loading. Waiting for it to finish loading. Okay, well, I'm working on a few things real quick, but we're still waiting on this to update. I'm pretty sure the first pick's probably already in. The first pick is kind of a no-brainer. We all know where this is going. It's going to be Clemson quarterback going to Jacksonville. So while we're just waiting for that to refresh, say what's up to TSS2. What's going on, my man? Glad you can come hang out with us tonight. Already looking pretty strong. We've got a few viewers in here. Chat rate's going well. I'm happy. But I'm going to try to get back into the Discord server. And can you guys hear me now? Apparently not. Well, they're having a lot of fun with Casey over there. I don't know why they can't hear me. And Casey is very clearly dumb and does not know exactly what's going on. I'm not exactly sure why I'm having trouble out of nowhere. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I have no idea why they cannot hear me. That's odd. It's very odd indeed. My microphones are on. I'm not 100% sure. Gonna add a roll. Nope, can't add a roll there either. Well, anyway, we're still waiting for the official first. Well, for officially the first pick to drop. Like I said, we all know who it's going to be. It's not really. This draft really starts around, I don't know, in a way around pick 2. Pick 3, though, is where I am actually very, very curious because that's my Niners trying to figure out what they're going to do at quarterback, apparently, with pick 3. And, yeah, I am still trying to figure out why. Okay, we're going to do this instead. Invite. Invite Casey, why not? The D. Alright. So, I sent some, let me edit this channel and not make it private. Okay. So I have turned, yeah, I'm sending you guys another invite. So hopefully these guys will come over here and we'll have better luck, because this channel usually works when I'm doing stuff on Thursdays. You hear me now, Deity? Okay, can you hear me now? Hey, I don't know what it is. It must have been that general thing that I set up to do this. But anyway, the on-air one is wide open, and I don't think there is a user limit in that one either. I think we're good for the rest of the day. And that makes me happy, because we are still waiting for the first yeah, we're live right now, my man. I gotta unmute
What's
you
up,
guys,
everyone?
I gotta unmute you guys.
Frank, so this draft, is it like the Army, the Navy, the Marines they're up the draft people?
Yeah, do you ever ask yourself why I don't have you on some of my more seriously toned shows? Like, do you ever say, I wonder if I made a really, really stupid joke, if Frank would understand that?
I told Casey the Salvation Army's going to draft him.
Well, they'd be getting their money's worth out of Casey for the Salvation Army, that's for sure. They're gonna draft him to stand out in front of the local Kroger's, ring the bell for about 3 weeks every holiday.
Hey, don't knock at it, dude. My brother-in-law picked up a Neo Geo from Goodwill or Salvation Army.
The Salvation? Salvation.
Salvation. I'm sorry, Frank.
He's hungry. Leave him.
He's
hungry. Leave him alone.
From the Salvation.
Salvation.
Yeah.
Or maybe he wants salt. Salvation.
I'm trying to find. Trying to find a good.
Who do you think is going to be drafted first, you guys?
It's that dude from Clemson. He's going number 1 overall. We all know that.
Yeah, that's a given. It's a done deal. They sent him the offensive playbook 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, dude, you're coming here. Just go with it. You're coming here."
Yeah, fucking let it go. Oh. So, in the spirit of the draft, today I found out some breaking news. I don't know if it's breaking because most people probably already know. Aaron Rodgers says he does not want to return to Green Bay next year.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
I am of two minds about this. I mean, I know that the Niners are the name that's getting thrown out there a lot. And
yeah, it is.
It's not that I would mind having Aaron Rodgers, but here's the deal for me as I shuffle a few papers. I have some notes from another video I did that I might bring up at some point today. But here's the problem. Here's why I didn't want Tom Brady last year. Everybody thought I was nuts. Tom Brady probably could have won us a Super Bowl last year. Okay, it would have been a bad deal. But the problem is 5 years from now he's going to be gone, and we're still stuck looking for another quarterback. What I was saying, and a lot of people thought that I was saying that Garoppolo was better than Brady, is I was like, why would we drop Garoppolo, who has a future? Not saying that Garoppolo is going to be the next Tom Brady, not saying he's going to win 10 Super Bowls, not excuse me, not saying anything about him being better than anybody. I'm saying, why would we trade a guy who's got a longer future, a whole lot of upside, who's very, very good, who came up in the same system that gave us Tom Brady? Why would we go away from that for the next 10 to 12 years of our franchise for a guy who's going to be here for 3 years? That was my
question. Shanahan doesn't feel the way you do, though, apparently.
But things have changed. He's actually gone through the motions with Garoppolo, and he understands what Garoppolo is better now than he did last year. Now
he's still trying to act. He's trying to actively still get rid of him, though. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they've always kind of been actively trying to get rid of him. That's the crazy thing. But I feel the same way about Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers could help us win a Super Bowl this year, but he's going to be gone in 3 years. I mean, and what is going to be out there in 3 years? I mean, I know there's a lot of these guys, they project ahead. They try to figure out who's going to be a free agent in a couple of years, what's the draft class going to look like, that kind of thing. But the reality is we're going to be in the same boat again in 3 years. Why not get a guy who's going to be around for a while and someone you can build? Because if we go, let's say the Niners go and get Aaron Rodgers in some kind of outrageously stupid trade like the one that was outlined earlier on Twitter. Let's say that actually happens. Rodgers, we'll win a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers next year. Let's say I'm not even sure that's a guarantee. But let's say that you win a Super Bowl this year with Aaron Rodgers, and then next couple years, I mean, the Niners are in a tough division. There's no guarantee they're even going to make it into the playoffs in this division right now. It's quite possible that there's going to be an 11-win team from this division that does not make the playoffs. I mean, it's that possible. So let's say that you have a good run, you win one Super Bowl, and then 3 years from now, Aaron Rodgers decides, you know what? I've won a couple MVPs, I've won a couple Super Bowls, I got to play a couple of years for my hometown Niners because he's a Bay Area guy. I got to play for the Niners. I'm going to go ahead and retire and call it a career. I'm done. I'm going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm good. I'm going to go marry that hot actress that I just got engaged to, and I'm fine. So then, where the Niners going to be at? I mean, what's the draft class going to look like? Who's going to be available in the free agents? Do you have to pull another crazy trade? But I mean, you may not be able to do that either because you traded away a lot of future draft picks for Aaron Rodgers to begin with, so he's gone. I don't see the logic in that. I would much rather go after somebody who is going to be around for a while, someone we can build, and can win us three to four Super Bowls over the next 10 years, than is going to win us one Super Bowl over the next 3 and then bounce. That's my idea of that at all.
Well, I'm not a 49ers fan. You know this. I'm a Raider fan. You know, I look at it this way. Based on the cap that all teams have, I don't know what the exact number is of that cap. You have George Kittle, which I'm sure I don't know if you guys paid him already or not. You have Deebo Samuels, who needs to be paid. Good God, that man's a freak. And I'm sure you have one other receiver that was pretty good. I forget his name. But the chances of you drafting a rookie quarterback that, like you say, will win you 2, 3, 4 Super Bowls in the long run, it's almost like it's not very unlikely, you know, especially with cap space and all this free agency and all that stuff. It's become very difficult. Now, Tom Brady's anomaly. Once he's gone, I promise you that shit ain't happening again. You know, ain't nobody winning 10 Super Bowls. Fuck that.
Oh no, definitely not.
But I say like the Tampa Bay Bucks, they had an offense ready. They just were one QB short of a Super Bowl run. And the 49ers have a defense. They have an offense. They're basically kind of like the Bucks. They're missing a QB that could get them there and win them the game.
No, a lot
and
of people followed Brady to Tampa Bay. You can't tell me that if Brady hadn't signed with Tampa Bay, if he either stayed in New England or gone anywhere else, that Gronk would have went there, that AB would have went there, that you can't tell me all these guys would have flowed in there.
Well, look at AB. He didn't have too much of an impact. Gronk didn't. They didn't really use him up until the Super Bowl. And Leonard Fournette, he was maybe the only one that I could say, yeah, he had a big impact on the running game, and he scored a couple touchdowns in the Super Bowl. But if you look prior to those guys who followed Brady, they already had 2 wide receivers. Tampa had 2 wide receivers that were Pro Bowlers. They had a decent running back and a decent offensive line. Probably a very good offensive line if I actually now think about it. So they were just a quarterback short of winning a Super Bowl because their defense has those guys on defense have been there for years. So I look at the 49ers kind of the same. They made the Super Bowl a few years ago. They had a decent defense, at least a defense enough that would keep up with keep you guys in the game with Patrick Mahomes. Because you showed 1 or 2 of those passes as a touchdown. The one that I think that was to Deebo Samuels or who was the other one? The other receiver, I can't remember the other receiver's name, but if he throws that's a touchdown and you guys win the game. So I kind of agree with the coach that, upgrading quarterback is what you guys need to get you to not only the Super Bowl, but to win the Super Bowl.
I got a quick question for you two. What about if you get Aaron Rodgers just for like a few years and you have like, obviously, you can't get a first-round quarterback if you're going to pick up Aaron Rodgers, but pick up like a quarterback in like 2nd or 3rd round and have him learn behind Tom Brady. No, not Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers. What do you think about that? Is that a good solution?
But the problem is they're in win now mode. They think they have what it takes to win right now.
I think they do. I honestly think they do.
I think the Niners are in pretty good shape. Like I said, if they can make it out of that division, I think they are in pretty good shape to at least hang with Tom Brady. Something tells me that maybe last year was a little more fluke than a lot of people want to give Tom Brady credit for. But whatever. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Tom Brady had as soon as he got there, he had weapons. He like Gronk and Fournette were just the icing on the cake, but there was weapons in Tampa before Tom Brady ever got there. They just had a shitty quarterback in Jameis Winston,
who threw like 100 touchdowns for 100 interceptions. So yeah, that makes sense. I'm really trying to find. I'm sorry for that big black screen in the middle of everything, but I'm really trying to find a decent feed for the draft that I can put up there.
That's not when does it start?
The defensive player.
It starts at 8. Well, it starts at 8 o'clock. We're really just waiting for the first pick. I don't know why the NFL site hasn't updated yet. But
I'm really just waiting for Trevor Lawrence to put on that stupid hat on.
Maybe the NFL is just being dicks about things. It says the Jags are still on the clock, so maybe they haven't officially made their pick yet.
Who the fuck are they kidding? The Jags are still on the clock? Yeah.
That's what it says on ESPN.
I assume they're doing this virtually. There's like no one in the hall, right?
No, they're in Cleveland, actually. They're up in northern Ohio.
Oh, really? I was shocked.
That's where they usually have it, don't they?
Well, they used to have it in New York. Then they decided they wanted to bounce around from place to place, like the Super Bowl does. So I think they were in Chicago year before last. Last year, they kind of bounced around. Yeah, me too. Last year... I forget where. I think last year they had it someplace, but it was mostly virtual. I think only like a handful of the prospects even showed up.
That's right.
So
that shit was terrible. That was sad too.
Well, I mean, it's all this stuff. I mean, I'm sure if the NFL had it their way, they'd have done it differently. But I actually kind of like this one a little bit better. We'll go this route since it'll give us something to talk about. But there we go.
That'd be some crazy shit if Aaron Rodgers ends up by the end of the night a 49er. Oh my God, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, for those of you who want to get on the Discord, I just updated the Discord link in the description, so you guys shouldn't have a problem getting into the Discord now. but I asked that not 7,000 people call in at once because I already have to deal with Casey. So he's already given us one of his terrible jokes.
I thought it was a funny joke. I mean, think about it, the military draft.
And hell yeah, I'm the one that timed you out. Damn it! Only somebody with a wrench can time you out anyway.
I'm still getting picked on, Frank. I mean, what the hell?
Hey, I didn't take your wrench away. All I did was time you out for 300 seconds. Get over it. I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and get my e-begging out of the way real quick. You guys all know about the Patreon. $5 a month. I give away $25 in free movie tickets. There's a link right there. It's all in the description below. I'm not going to go into my usual diatribe. But yes, theaters are reopening. Let's go help out the theaters. Also, don't forget the Stream Elements link is up. It's actually going to pop up. Actually, it's going to show up just like this. Go ahead and play. Damn you. Did I click it right? And for some reason now my donations are screwing up again. But anyway, it's supposed to play right in the middle of the screen. So we're still waiting apparently on Jacksonville. What were you saying, Deity? Oh, there it is right there.
So I'm gonna give you guys the cap space for each team right now. Well, for our favorite teams. Casey, you're a Cowboys fan, right?
Yes, sir.
Disgusting. Your cap space for your team is 8,400,000. So I don't know what you could do with that in free agency. You guys always pick people who have off the field issues for some reason. That's like your fucking tea and fucking crumpets there.
Well, you gotta blame Jerry Jones for that. He needs to be
Frank,
gone.
you are 49er. You have 18 million cap space. 18,400,666. Wow.
Is it a hard cap in the NFL or a soft cap?
Hard.
It's got to be a hard cap, isn't it?
Oh yeah. And then my Raiders, 3,600,000.
See, why does football have a cap while baseball doesn't?
They have a cap, but it's a soft cap. They have the luxury tax, so anything you spend over whatever the cap is, you have to pay a luxury tax to the league for whatever you spend that goes over the threshold.
Oh.
Whereas a hard cap is you are not allowed by league rules to spend anything over that amount. That's the difference between a hard cap and a soft cap. I don't know. For baseball doesn't have much of a choice because even the middle relievers are making $25 million a year anymore. So if you want to afford anybody like Alex Rodriguez in his prime, you're going to have to pay $25 to $30 million a year. It's going to pretty much wipe out your entire player budget for the year. If you want to have a decent team, you got to give them to somebody around him. So,
how do you feel about caps? Because I'm 50-50 about it because I understand, you don't want just the team that has the most money just to buy a team and they could win like 10 Super Bowls. But I also sometimes feel that quarterbacks should have their own cap and then there should be the rest of the team.
His career.
What the hell is that?
Obviously, we're going to use the stories of players from around this NFL draft. Let's start with Trevor Lawrence because this has been a
Someone's watching. Whoa.
It might have been me.
It was me.
Oh, I think it's Mikal.
Oh, it's Mikal. Mikal just popped in. What's going on, Mikal?
I was like, what the? What's up?
Cowboy.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
You're a goddamn Cowboys fan too? God damn it.
Mikel's a little bit more on my good side now.
Well, you guys are going to make a really good couple. When's the wedding?
Oh.
No wonder you and Casey's speech is about the same.
Oh.
Both Cowboys fans.
Only two people steer for the Cowboys, steers and queers.
Good
I don't see any horns on your guys' heads.
All we're missing is Drew now. Holy fuck.
Yeah, well, Drew.
I am flabbergasted at the fact that it is not official yet that they have not made this pick. Let me go look at one of the other draft shows that's on YouTube right now because there's no shortage of people covering the draft right now.
That'd be some crazy shit if they announced the pick and it's Mac Jones. That'd be the funniest thing ever.
So the Jaguars, they're saying, have $39.5 million cap space. Additions: Marvin Jones. They added Carlos Hyde, Shaquille Griffith, cornerback. Safety Rashawn Jenkins. They lost two wide receivers, and Mike Glennon. Their need is obviously quarterback. We know exactly who they're going to pick. I don't know why they haven't gone to the podium yet, but whatever.
Hey, Frank, so when are we planning to start the fantasy football league?
I generally, when I was running my leagues before, would start to get things together after the draft, because that seems about the best time to start getting it together.
I agree. That's not a bad idea.
Gotcha.
Can I be the commissioner?
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
Absolutely not. I'll make Mikkel commissioner before I make you commissioner.
Oh.
But, one of the guys that's going to be in that is probably Drew, and he's in the chat. What's going on, Drew? Again, Discord's wide open. I updated the link in the description, so if you guys want to pop in and do whatever, and just come in and let us know. Pop in around the time that your team is going to be making their picks. We can have some fun. Let's talk some football. Brody said he's going to be on here in a little bit. The draft was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. I thought the draft was supposed to start at 8. I thought that's what I had read.
Yeah.
But the Jaguars are on the clock right now. They have 4 minutes and 27 seconds left as far as this one-timer is concerned.
Are they only showing it on ESPN? That's it?
They're showing it on a couple different things.
It's probably on the NFL Network.
Yeah, they're showing it on a couple different things, but you have to have a subscription to something or other, and I don't have a subscription to anything anymore. Unless it's on Amazon. ABC?
Yeah.
I don't have ABC.
Hold on.
That's interesting.
I think I know what he said, that I should be the commissioner of the league.
Yeah, I think he did not say anything close to that.
No.
But I don't know. I actually need to work out the fantasy league. I don't know how many teams are going to be in it. I want to do 12 because I figured it'd be funner that way. I don't know if you guys want to play for money or not. I personally figure, like $20 each, winner take all, or maybe like loser or like the second place gets like twice what he paid in, winner gets the rest. I don't know. We can go through all that. We got time. We got a little bit of time for the season starts.
I like that idea. And I think we should definitely punish the person who comes in last place.
Well, but what kind of punishment do you want to deal with? Because we all know it's going to be you. Come on.
Hey, I've been a couple-time champion in fantasy football.
Yeah, but you were playing against like your nieces and nephews, and you were lying to them, and you were telling them you were going to buy them ice cream and trade you the best quarterback and stuff like that. So, I mean, are you really all that good?
As being the commissioner, I actually did some shady business. So.
Oh yeah, we know. we're well aware.
He traded Sheldon Richardson for a hoagie.
Well, it wasn't even a good hoagie. It was from Subway.
See, the thing is, one of the biggest controversies when someone is obviously not playing no more. They have so much good players. It's like, all right, let's divvy up this team, and everyone's like, no, we leave it as it is. I'm like, I mean, this person is not playing. Let's ravage his team.
Well, no, because you don't want to do that either. I've actually blocked trades as commissioner before because I thought they were stupid. No shit. I was in a league. Me and my buddy Frank Giovanella started a league several years ago, and like me and him were co-commissioners. And I wasn't really paying attention to it. And he had texted me, was like, hey, you aware about this trade these two dudes made? And I kind of looked at it. It was like, no shit. Somebody had traded somebody they had just picked up off the waiver wire that didn't even have a stat for that year. And somebody who was seeing like maybe 3 or 4 snaps a game for like a solid like number 2 running back and like a solid number 2 wide receiver. And I was like, who the fuck would make that trade? And I kind of looked at the two that were doing it, and I was like, oh, yeah, these guys are kind of buddies, and one of them's still kind of in the hunt. So I was like, nah, bam. I put the kibosh on that. I was like, sorry, guys, I'm not letting shit like that happen. That's obvious collusion. It was just dumb.
What's wrong with that? It's about capitalism.
It's about cheating. You know all about cheating. Jennifer's over there repeating yourself collusion. That's the word of the day for Jennifer now.
Word of the day.
Collusion. Say collusion, Casey. Collusion.
Collusion.
If my 11-year-old can say it, you should be able to say it.
My 11-year-old stepdaughter has no problem. Oh, pick is finally in. We all know what it was.
Time.
Trevor Lawrence. Quarterback Clemson.
Mac Jones.
Wouldn't that have blown the entire draft wide open?
That would be fucking hilarious.
People would have said, "What? Now what the hell's going on?" One of the things that I really wish would change about the draft is I
hope he falls.
I want it to be. I just want it to be a shock. I want everything to be a shock. I love it when we go into a draft. We're like, we have no idea who's going to be taking number 1, number 2, and number 3. Because usually,
look at the Lions fans.
Yeah, because this draft is kind of like what most drafts go through. It's like number 1's pretty clear, number 2 is about 75 to 80% clear, and then number 3 is the one we're like, okay, this is the one where there's not really a lot of. It's not really a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of guesses, but no real certainty as to where number 3 pick is going to go. So. That's where kind of the draft really starts, you know what I mean? That's where the shock of it all is. And there you guys see it updating on the screen right now, Trevor Lawrence. Number 1, from Clemson to Jacksonville to go join Urban Meyer.
Trevor Lawrence? I thought that was Britney Spears.
I thought it was one of the kids from Hanson.
Bop.
I bet you when he walked up to the podium, that's what they were playing.
Fuck those Hanson brothers. They don't even like the state they came from, so fuck them.
Where are they from?
I have no idea.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Who the hell likes Oklahoma?
All right.
Well, I do. I mean, I moved back from Pennsylvania.
So you left to begin with.
Well, the first
it was
pick
not my choice.
First pick's in, guys. Let us know in the chat what you think. I mean, nobody's really surprised. Everybody knew Trevor Lawrence was going there, so go in the chat. Let us know what you think. Also, Stream Elements is open. If you guys want to throw some love our way and have your message pop up on the screen, it most certainly will.
So who do you think the Jets are taking?
You see that? I don't know. Honestly, would you want to go to the Jets? I don't know. They do have Salah now, though.
Well, obviously, no one wants to go to the Jets, but I don't think they have a coach.
I don't know, though. That coach, though. I mean, I gotta love him a lot. He was the defensive guy in San Francisco for the last several years. We did pretty good with him. Last year would have been a lot better.
Yeah. He had like a weird last name, but he was a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Salah, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be that Wilson
49ers
guy.
Defense coach, head coach of the Jets.
I feel like it's going to be Zach Wilson.
I have a 49er fan right here next to me, and she's like, we lost our defensive coordinator. I was like, yeah, he's the head coach of the Jets now.
See, really mysterious says caps are good for competition. That's true. That's the whole point of them. Just to keep one team from buying the 25 best guys in football just to have them sitting on the bench. Derailed thinks that Mikkel's trying to get me a strike. No, I'm way more worried about Casey than I am Mikkel.
Hold on, what am I going to do?
Because if Mikkel was going to say anything crazy stupid, he wouldn't be able to spit it out in a way that the YouTube algorithm would catch him anyway. So, if anything, he could probably get away with a lot more shit than you could.
Yeah, I could.
See?
So, real quick, I have the 49ers taking Mac Jones, and then I have the Falcons taking Kyle Pitts from Florida, the tight end.
I was talking I'm sorry, go ahead, Mikkel.
No,
Right.
Kyle Pitts going to Dallas. That's what they've been saying. Jerry Jones, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I've heard that too, that Jerry Jones is kind of infatuated with Pitts. The problem is I don't think he's going to fall down to number 10. And that's where they're at right now.
Cowboys don't have anything to trade up to pick them anyway.
And that's sexy voice.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
Former jabroni that no longer exists.
I don't know. Yeah, but I have it. I don't know what you want me to call you now, especially on the air.
Well, just call me what my wife calls me. Hey, asshole.
Okay, fair enough. The assholes here talk football.
Hey, asshole. It's been a while, asshole.
Not long enough, Casey.
What do you mean not long enough.
Wait a minute. Who are you a fan of?
Who, me?
Yeah. God, please don't say the Cowboys, please.
No, I
please.
am a former Cowboys fan.
Okay, good.
I'm a disgruntled fan. I am now a fan of the best quarterback in the league, the Carolina Panthers and Sam Darnold. You fucking all laugh. You watch now that Darnold is going to maybe have, maybe some receivers that can catch or some fat fuckers that can block. He might be pretty good. He was pretty good for the Trojans, and I watched every snap at USC for Darnold.
Man, the Trojans have good QBs in college, but when they get to the NFL, goddamn.
Carson Palmer had a pretty good career.
And that's it.
Palmer did good. I think Leinart was off to an okay start, then he just kind of went flat.
I think Keaton Slovis that we have right now will be really good. Who knows how the air raid system will translate to the NFL, but he's completing like 75% of his passes in college in his first 2 years.
I just want to get this damn Niner pick. Mysterious.
I'm already telling you, it's Mac Jones.
Mysterious in the chat
who?
asking, could be.
Alabama quarterback Mac Jones.
I guess you guys don't remember rapper Mike Jones. Am I the old one here? Mike Jones. Who?
I know who Mike Jones is. I just didn't put
who?
it together.
Yeah.
There.
Over your head, fucking Raiders fans. And no, they're taking Trey Lance. If any of these teams, if the Jets were smart, but if pigs could
They're
fly,
the Jets.
How Justin? Now I can't even remember his name.
I think they take Zach Wilson.
Well, they're retarded. The Ohio State quarterback. How for the last 3 years? How for the last 3 years? Everyone basically since they were in high school, it's like nope. Fields and Lawrence are going 1 and 2 in the draft. They're the two of the best recruits to ever come out of high school. They both have tremendous years, and then the last we see of Fields, he's playing. He just torches Clemson. He plays pretty good in the national championship game, and all of a sudden he just plummets. No games are played. I don't understand how this. No games are played. You've got all the film you can need. They don't have the combine, but because of pro day, all of a sudden he's just plummeting, and he's the 5th best quarterback. If you think Mac Jones is garbage, this is why I don't understand why people think Kyle Shanahan is this genius. Great play caller. He's a very good play caller.
So,
but
I'm calling it now. Jets take Zach Wilson. Pick is in.
They actually just did.
And I agree with you. I'm not a Mac Jones fan. That's just who I think they're picking.
He's trying to do this. Like Kyle Shanahan is supposed to be. He's a great play caller. He's not a good evaluator of quarterback talent. He's trying to use the same quarterback over and over. He's trying to
BYU.
He's trying to use Matt Ryan.
Let's see if I'm right.
It is.
Dummy from Michigan State.
I can see it right. Yeah, I'm seeing it right now.
And I'm right again. All right, I'm too.
As soon as you said it, I saw it come across the NFL thing on my tablet. So yeah, you're right.
Wow, those were two obvious picks.
Yeah, the first two I think were kind of. I think this is where, like I said, this is where the draft starts.
Yeah, draft starts.
Yeah, so I have San Francisco taking Mac Jones unless they get a hold of Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I don't know. That could happen. I mean, maybe they might be on the phone with Green Bay right now. But
if Goodell comes out and says we have a trade to announce, the internet is going to break.
Oh my God, I will shit my pants right now.
And I hope it's some stupid trade like. Well, I don't know. I can't even
defensive tackle.
Yeah. But they're taking a quarterback because you don't trade everything they traded up to not draft a quarterback. So someone, I think it was J-Man, was like, take the tight end. Well, you don't trade to 3 and trade, 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick to draft a tight end.
Yeah,
they're taking a quarterback.
Justin was asking me that. We were DMing back and forth on Twitter earlier. He said something about, what about taking Pitts and getting the guy from, I think, Florida. I forget his name.
Kyle Trask.
Kyle Pitts is from Florida. He's a tight end.
Trask.
No,
Trask.
Trask
is the quarterback.
And I was like,
Isn't he like number 8 on the board or some shit?
Well, I mean, he's projected, I think, at like high third, low second round. But I'm like, I mean, if you really want to move off Garoppolo that bad, you're not going to do it with a quarterback in the second.
Yeah, you don't do
round.
it with Trask.
That's not an upgrade.
Although I do like the idea of having that 2 tight end monster like Garoppolo had in New England for a little while. Not that he got a chance to take advantage of it too often.
I mean, if I were to do it this way, I would get Rodgers, and then you're right, take the tight end, and have a 2 tight end monster with Rodgers. That is disgusting. And you have Deebo Samuel's at wide receiver.
Yeah, but how do you get Aaron Rodgers and the tight end?
I would trade a next year's first round pick and
they don't have next year's first round pick. They
you don't? Oh my god.
Yeah.
They don't have a first round. They don't have a first round pick. They have this one, but they don't have next year, the year after.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Frank. That's not happening.
Oh yeah, I mean, as much as I would love to have Aaron Rodgers around for a couple years, I would really rather the Niners have somebody who's going to be around for the next 10 to 12 years. And
well, how do you feel about Mac Jones? Because that's who you're about to get.
Well, I mean, if they think Mac Jones is the guy, whatever. I mean, there's plenty of shit homework they've done on him that I haven't. I mean, I've been reading some of the shit that's in the paper, but I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm at Mac Jones's pro days or really breaking down the way he throws. But
fuck that, I was there. He's all right.
I don't. He's gonna have like Mac Jones to me. It's watch a lot of Alabama out of pure hatred, but they have anywhere people. Some people think they might have besides him 5 guys go in the first round, two wide receivers, a running back, probably some offensive linemen. Like I don't know. I don't think and nobody knew who he was last year. And look at Tua in the NFL. I think it's a bad pick. But what do I know? I'm just some guy in a work camp up in northern Alberta.
Silly Canadians. Really Mysterious wants to know, Deity, what positions will the Broncos and the Patriots draft?
Patriots usually go defense, and the Broncos... what happened with Bridgewater? Didn't he end up
he just got traded to Denver.
Still doesn't mean they won't.
I would still draft a QB. Their Bridgewater isn't the answer to anyone's fucking solution to anyone's problem. Bridgewater has been traded, 3 times now?
Yeah.
From the Vikings to the fucking Saints to the Panthers, from the Panthers to the Broncos. He's not the solution. The Broncos
he played for the Jets too.
Oh God, Jesus.
They're both taking quarterbacks. Belichick's going to trade up to probably. I think Belichick's going to trade up to 5th, no 6th. Who's after Cincinnati? No, Cincinnati's at 5. Belichick's going to trade up. They're going to draft Justin Fields.
That'd be crazy. I'd like to see it though, because I don't think Cam Newton's the solution there either.
Well, there's a lot of talk that they were going to if the Falcons were looking at a quarterback that the Patriots might try to trade up into the 4 spot.
Yeah, the Falcons were looking to trade their number 4 pick to someone, but it had to be a good deal. And by good, I mean ridiculous.
Matt Ryan's been playing good, so I don't know why they'd move on from him.
Well, he's getting old. He got drafted in 2006?
Yeah, but he put up huge. Yeah, but that's all relative. He's younger than Aaron Rodgers, and he put up big numbers. They'll take Pitts, but that's stuff to be said because I heard they're shopping Julio Jones right now. So. Who freaking knows
the Raiders might get Julio Jones. We're looking at Julio Jones. The Raiders are, and but I don't know. I think we're keeping our first rounder because we're looking at the linebacker from Penn State. What's his name?
I know who you're thinking of. I can't remember his name. But if I was a betting man, Aaron Rodgers will be playing in the Bay Area. Well, I guess he won't be.
We're gonna find
not
out.
Anymore. No, sorry, he's not in the Bay Area anymore. He's going to be playing in Las Vegas.
You think so?
Gruden hates young quarterbacks. I don't think they're sold on Carr.
Yeah. Gruden doesn't like Carr, but Carr has been putting up decent numbers. If Carr fucks up this season, then I'll say, yeah, Gruden's going to get rid of him. But Carr isn't. We have decent receivers and a decent O-line, so I don't think he's going to be fucking up anytime soon.
They got a pretty good defense. I think Well, I had the Raiders making the playoffs last year, but I was severely wrong on that. But
I had it making the playoffs too. It wasn't just you.
The problem with the Raiders is this is a team that they go downhill after halfway the season. After
that's
the first
because of
half
Carr.
of the season, Carr played decent. I'm not saying he played like lights out, but his touchdown to interception ratio was like 24 to like 9 or 28 to 9, something like that.
And last year he threw for 4,000 yards, completed 67% of his passes, and 27-9.
See, tell me those aren't decent numbers.
They're decent, but decent's not going to win. Not in that division.
I mean, we beat Patrick Mahomes. We almost swept him.
Yeah, almost. But he made it to the Super Bowl, and probably a good chance he would have won the Super Bowl if
he made it to the Super Bowl and got blown out by a senior citizen.
Just so you guys know, the pick is in. It just hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah, that's
Mac Jones, Alabama.
That's being ridiculous, Deity, because I don't know if we watched the same game, but if he maybe, had his 2 offensive linemen, his 2 tackles that weren't missing, he wouldn't have been running around for his life. And Brady's not a senior citizen. He hasn't got his AARP card yet.
Not yet. The other couple years.
So Derek Carr went 27-9. Oh, that's decent. Aaron Rodgers completed 71% of his passes, 48 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. That's why you trade for Aaron Rodgers if you can. That's 4 more
Let's see
wins.
If I'm 3 for 3. 3 for 3 right now.
Here it is. Roger Goodell.
Oh, wow! They went Trey Lance.
Well, I told you. Usually when you hear all that news, all that noise, they're going to pick this guy 3 weeks ago, it's like, nah, normally they're not.
Shit, I'm excited for y'all. He's good.
That's a John Lynch pick. That's
right?
probably John Lynch telling Kyle Shanahan, we're not taking Matt Ryan.
We're not taking Alabama. Fuck that.
No, it's not only that. He wanted, like, Mac Jones is going to be Kirk Cousins. He's going to be Matt Ryan. He's going to be a good quarterback. But you can't win with those guys. You can't win the Super Bowl. The NFL's changing. Guys that just stand in the pocket and just can't do anything. They're a statue. They're not going to win. Like, yeah, Brady's still around, but he's the exception, not the rule.
Look at the 49er fans. They're so happy. Oh, thank God it's not Mac Jones.
Niner fans are historically pretty happy on draft day.
This draft day is ridiculous, though. If you watch it, people like these guys are cheering and freaking losing their minds, and half the people never even heard of the guy they just picked.
Hey.
So now it gets interesting. What do the Falcons do now? Well, I think they go Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Well,
best available. That's my mentality is best available, but the Falcons are gonna Falcon.
Well, you'll see Matt Jones go now.
It's no longer the Falcon. He's Captain America now.
Can you imagine if the Falcons pick a QB? That'll shake things up real quick.
That's a possibility. I mean, because Ryan's not getting any younger, and they've already said the quarterback class next year doesn't look good. It's not good for anybody who's going to desperately need a quarterback.
Absolutely right.
So you guys actually watch college football?
I watch a lot of Ohio State.
I do.
I watch college football religiously. It's the best football to watch.
Yeah.
I probably agree with that. I mean, I can't argue with that.
I will say Trey Lance is pretty exciting to watch, though. So the 49ers are going to have a blast with him.
The only scary thing is he's only played like 17 games, and he's played 1 game in the last 2 years.
That's why I didn't think they would go with Lance.
Oh, they seem excited in the war room here. Whoever this bald guy is in the gray suit seems to be having a time.
Because remember, Justin Fields is from Atlanta. Or somewhere in the Atlanta area.
Part of me thinks they might take him because he's from Atlanta.
Well, I mean, just looking at the next few picks, I mean, Cincinnati's not looking for a quarterback. Miami, I don't think is looking for a quarterback. I think they're pretty committed to two at least for the next year. Yeah, it's Detroit is not. Carolina's not. Maybe Denver. I don't think Dallas
Definitely
is.
Denver.
Yeah, the Giants certainly aren't. Philly, I don't think is. Chargers certainly aren't. Maybe Minnesota's looking for an upgraded quarterback, so Mac Jones getting up there. I mean, other than the Falcons, I don't really think there's anybody until you get to Minnesota who might want a quarterback.
Denver.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, Denver could also be thinking that. I mean, they've still got Drew Lock, and they just traded for Bridgewater, who could be good for a couple of years. So
Lock's trash. I was wrong on that.
You fought him. So,
Let's see. Come on, Atlanta. They've got about 4 minutes or so left, about 4:15 left.
I might have to go to a Cleveland game this year if I'm allowed to cross the border. Guy I work with is a season ticket holder to the Browns.
Browns look good this year. I'm not going to lie.
He said it's a time. Me and him were looking at getting season tickets to the Raiders too, but we'll see.
Yeah, the Browns look okay this season. I don't know if they take the next step and make the championship game, but I think they're like maybe win 1 or 2 playoff games.
We're thinking about it because I can drive 3 hours to Great Falls, Montana, and fly to Vegas for $50 each way, and then I think the season tickets were relatively cheap.
I'd be surprised if they were that cheap. That stadium wasn't cheap from what I hear.
No,
we were looking at we could get 2 seats up in the upper bowl, right around the 50-yard line for, I think, $2,000 total. But even if we made it to half the games, we'd probably be able to sell the other half for about what you paid to cover most of the cost anyway.
Still trying to find a better video or something of the draft to give you guys. NFL draft live streams. Is there anything?
How be the Leafs doing?
Just looking at these picks. I mean, you've got the Falcons at number 4. Bengals at 5, Miami at 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then you're looking at the Patriots at 15. Do you really think Mac Jones could fall to the Patriots at 15?
no.
I'm hoping they get him over Fields as a person that does not like the New England Patriots.
Because I feel like one of those guys has got to slip. Because, I mean, the pick is in for Atlanta.
I just realized if Atlanta gets Kyle Pitts, they're going to have Julio Jones, Ridley, Pitts, and who's the running back there? I have a decent running back there, too.
Oh, they had Todd Gurley, but he's a shell of what he used to be.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, really, because like I said, Atlanta may get a quarterback. We're going to find that out here in just a second. Since he's not looking for one, Miami's probably not. Detroit's not. Carolina's not. Maybe Denver.
Dallas isn't.
Giants
No.
aren't. Philly, I don't think is. Chargers aren't. Maybe Minnesota, and then it's the Patriots at 15, right behind Minnesota. So I have a feeling that
Kyle Pitts, there it is.
They are getting Pitts.
Right.
No
shit. Man.
No shit. They are getting Kyle Pitts.
That's the best
Fuck, man. I would be 4 for 4 had I not fucking.
Hey, I am 4 for 4, motherfucker. And now this one is the big ass offensive tackle, Sue out of Oregon.
Yeah, you're right. The Bengals need to protect what's his face.
Well, they have a good center and a good left tackle. And they've also got a pretty good right tackle from what I had heard somebody talking about earlier. So I don't think the Bengals' offensive line desperately needs it. But there was a lot of talk about them getting that. What the hell's his name?
They're going to take Sewell.
Sewell
out of Oregon.
Yeah, he's a tackle,
I don't know
though.
where you heard that, Frank, but their offensive line was fucking god-awful last year. Burrow's got lit.
I mean, isn't that how he broke his leg?
I can't remember how many times he got sacked. They're going to take this guy.
They're also talking about Jamar Chase. Which, I don't know.
That might be.
It makes sense because Chase played with Burrow at LSU.
Yeah.
And
Pitts I'm just watching Pitts highlights. Nobody that big should be able to run a 4.4. That's insane.
Yeah, and with what's his name? I want to call him Julio Jones. With freaking AJ Green headed out.
Well, where did he end up?
I think he's just a free agent. I don't think he's signed anywhere yet. Either they were going to release him, or he hit free agency anyway. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of that, I meant to ask you, what do you guys think about them getting rid of the stupid numbers rules?
Look at that. Oh, my God.
Like, I think that rule's stupid. I never understood why Reggie Bush couldn't wear 5 in the NFL.
Whatever. I don't care about the numbers. I only care about numbers when it's my number. I always wear 13 when I play sports. That's all I care about. Anybody else's number doesn't mean shit to me.
I get having eligible numbers, but so a wide receiver can wear the number 5, but a running back can't? That's so fucking stupid. Or no, a wide receiver couldn't either. But what the hell's the difference? As long as they're all eligible numbers, who cares? Reggie Bush looked...
Yeah, honestly...
Reggie Bush was stupid wearing number 25. Bush is number 5.
I don't know. Jamar Chase, that's interesting.
They got to go wide receiver.
They need a receiver, but I would protect my QB more than a receiver. I could find a receiver.
They're taking Sewell.
Yeah, they are. So, do you agree, Sewell?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think they go Sewell.
I might have misspoke. I think if the Patriots do make...
Well, I'll tell you, if my QB goes down like that, I'll flip my shit. Especially the year after drafting him.
I was listening to somebody talk on Fox Sports Radio earlier today, and they were saying that the only position that is really kind of deficient in this draft is defensive linemen. That they didn't really feel like the defensive lineman class was that good this year. I don't really know. That's just what I heard several people talking about. So I feel like they could potentially get Jamar Chase and then still get some decent offensive linemen in the second and third, later on in the draft.
Yeah, I think there's a good guard out of USC, but he's going to go in the mid-20s. That's Elijah Vera Carter. He played tackle for the Trojans, but he's going to move inside in the NFL.
And they've also got wide receiver listed as the 4th need for the Bengals. They've got offensive guard, defensive tackle, and tight end listed ahead of wide receiver, and then running back listed as their 5th draft need. So
I think I misspoke earlier when I said the Patriots are going to trade up. I do stand by it, but I think Detroit is where they do it. Because they're going to want to jump Denver.
Maybe. But like I said, one of those guys that I feel like they would want is going to be available when they get there anyway. So I don't feel like you have to give up picks to jump up 5, 6 spots? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? To jump up 7 or 8 spots. I don't feel like you have to trade to get to either one of those guys.
But I think if you're moving 7 spots, it's probably your first and maybe a third. And if you let's say if you like Fields a lot more than Mac Jones, and you're worried that the Broncos are going to take Fields at 9, then you trade up and get your guy.
I don't know. The only teams I could see definitely drafting a quarterback before them is maybe Denver. And I'm still not entirely sure Denver will. They may just settle for the next couple of years with bouncing back and forth between Locke and Bridgewater. And then maybe Minnesota. But like I said, for both Denver and Minnesota to take the 2 quarterbacks I think they have their eyes on. I just don't see it happening. I feel like they don't have to trade up. I feel like one of those guys is going to be available to them at 15. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be full of shit. I don't know.
I think you're right, and one of them will be available. I'm just saying, normally in the draft, if you want your guy, you trade up and you make sure you get your guy.
Now, if they had heard that Denver was after the same guy thereafter, it would make a little more sense. Like if they like Fields more than they like Mac Jones, and they know that Denver is definitely going to draft Fields, then it would make sense if you really want the guy that bad. But I mean, if you like both these guys and you think you can work with either one of them, just hold on to the picks.
No, that's fair, and I'm not a fan of Ohio State quarterbacks because normally they are trash, but I think the people that are lumping Fields into that same category haven't been watching the games, because he's not the typical like Dwayne Haskins, one read, make the throw. If you watch the tape on the guy, he's making second, third, fourth reads in the progression. He's getting the ball out. He's gonna make the Jets, the Niners, and whoever took a quarterback before him, aside from Lawrence, he's gonna make look like an idiot.
TSS2 in the chat says, if I'm Detroit, I pick a quarterback. I don't trust Goff. I don't know if they got Goff to necessarily take them for the next 10 or 12 years. I think he's going to be around for a few years, and if they continue to struggle, then if there's a good quarterback class for them and they end up with a top 5 pick, they would go after something like that and let Goff walk away. I don't think they're paying Goff a lot of money anyway.
Oh, yeah, they are.
No.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know a shit. Oh, there it is. Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU, going to Cincinnati.
Wow.
I don't know. That kind of makes sense. That was one of the things that I was saying for a while, a long time ago when Terrell Pryor was coming out of Ohio State. Because who was the big wide receiver they threw to? Troy Smith.
No, Troy Smith.
Kind of hard to throw the ball.
He was quarterback. Who was
Troy won the Heisman Trophy there.
Not Troy Smith. Oh, no, it was the year that Troy Smith got drafted. It wasn't. Yeah, it was Troy Smith. Is why I said this about years ago. It wasn't Pryor. But whatever receiver that he was tearing it up with for a couple of years at Ohio State, because I knew that Troy Smith wasn't going to be a huge. I don't think he was projected by anybody to go outside like late first round, maybe. But I was thinking back then as a Niner fan. This is when we were still had a whole lot of questions about quarterback. Why not go ahead and take a flyer on? I think in the first round he could have drafted that wide receiver, and then the second round, maybe the third, taking a flyer on Troy Smith. And I figured, hey, you've got these two guys who've been playing pitch and catch together since high school. Maybe this thing could really blow up in San Francisco the way it couldn't have blown up anywhere else if these guys were apart, and it just never really. The wide receiver had a pretty good career, but Smith never really.
All that means is that offensive tackle is still available, and I hope the Raiders get him.
And you spelled it wrong, by the way. It's not P-S-U-E-L. It's S-E-W-L.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
I figured the Bengals or the Dolphins were going to pick Chase and or Sue. It's just a matter of which team, because I think the Dolphins need offensive line help and receiver help. I wouldn't be shocked if they took.
All right, when Joe Burrow tears his other ACL trying to get the ball to Jamar Chase.
God.
The Dolphins wouldn't be bad to take a quarterback here either, because I think Tua isn't that good, and the rumors are everywhere that the deal was pretty much in place to trade Tua and a couple picks to Houston for Deshaun until Deshaun got accused of all his indiscretions.
Until he pulled Robert Kraft getting massages at.
Except all Kraft did was pay for that shit. Deshaun apparently went a little further than that.
Deshaun forced the issue. That's kind of where that's the line. Pure Evil Roos and Chew in chat says, if I'm San Francisco, I draft Frank off his couch to coach the team. I wouldn't do that if I were them. No way in hell. No, baseball's always been my sport. I know stuff about football, but I am in no way deluding myself into thinking that I could ever coach football at any level. I know some stuff. I don't know enough. That's for sure. I've thought about coaching like the local youth because I have friends that are involved in it and stuff, but that's not my thing. coaching football is way out of my... That football coaches yell a lot, and believe it or not, when I coach baseball, I don't yell. It's very rare that I get to that point where I'm starting to scream at players.
Okay.
And, hey, you can give me shit all you want over there. You know for a fact I don't yell that much. At least not like football coaches do. Football coaches, they can't say anything without screaming. I've always thought that was kind of obnoxious.
It's all about the intensity.
Now, Miami could go Sewell to try to protect Tua. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't know what
Well,
Miami's offensive line looks like.
Shit, what's the wide receiver from Alabama? Just won the Heisman Trophy. Why the hell's my name? His name slipping my
was it Smith?
Devontae something. Yeah.
Because that's who TSS2 was talking about in the chat. Is either Sewell or Devontae Smith.
I'm not sold on Tua, and I don't think the Dolphins are either, obviously, if you're already shopping them after 1 year.
Well, I think they want to give him a year with a bunch of weapons and a good offensive line to see what he can do.
Whoever they picked, they made that decision real fast.
Can we also talk
they're already in.
Deity shit over USC quarterbacks earlier. Alabama quarterbacks are usually god-freaking awful in the NFL.
They've only got $10.1 million in cap space, and they've added a bunch of people already. Will Fuller, Malcolm Brown on the offensive guard, DJ Fluker. Who they lose? They lost. They really strangely released Van Noy. I still don't understand why they would release Van Noy. And they lost Shaq Lawson. Those are the two edge rushers, and of course Ryan Fitzpatrick split to go to the Washington, whatever the hell they are. But they did add a quarterback already with Jacoby Brissett. So.
The Washington no spines.
The Washington whatever the hell they even are. Who the hell knows? I don't know. Come on, Miami. Who is taking their shit to South Beach?
God, I'd love to. I don't know why more people don't sign in Jacksonville, Miami, Tampa Bay. God damn, you're in Florida. You got no state income tax. That's where all the good hockey players are starting to go. They're going to Tampa Bay because we don't have to pay state income tax.
Don't get cold down.
Did Van Noy go back to the Patriots? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Van Noy?
TSS2 says Van Noy back to the Patriots. I mean, I hadn't heard that he had signed with anybody.
I think he did.
I hadn't heard that he had signed with anybody. Maybe I just wasn't paying that close attention. Oh, hey, good on him. Yeah, I didn't figure he'd be a free agent for long. I'm not entirely surprised he went back to New England.
Did you read the article? I was going to bring it up that the reasons Justin Fields is falling is because the NFL doesn't want black quarterbacks. It's racism is why Fields is falling.
Sure, whatever.
And to that, I would say, who the hell ever heard of Trey Lance before the other day? The kid that went to North Dakota State University.
I'm pretty sure the last three picks have all been black guys. So it's like...
But the best comment I saw in there was somebody showed the 4 highest contracts in the history of the NFL, and they're all black quarterbacks.
They just drafted Devontae Smith. Miami.
Yes, please fall to the Raiders.
Who are you wanting to fall to the Raiders? Sewell?
Offensive. If I'm a Dolphins
dude, that offensive line is so fucking important, though. I mean, I would love to have Sewell.
That's Smith. That's my only concern. That guy looks like a twig out there. He definitely won't be running routes over the middle. All right.
He's
only 5'9", though. No, that's... Oh, I lied.
No, he's a beast, but the problem
is...
they
took Jalen Waddle.
What?
Oh, they took the other Alabama receiver. Well, that motherfucker can fly.
Wow.
Wide receiver Alabama, 5'9", 180. Now Detroit's on the clock. Wow, that's...
Look, Detroit is notorious for taking wide receivers.
Yeah, and they usually take shit ones other than Megatron.
Wow, that is something.
That's the first surprise of the draft right there, Waddle.
Oh, his teammate, he looks shocked.
His teammate Smith looks like who?
There they go. Waddle can fly. But
What Alabama receiver can't?
Huh. Strange happenings. I'm still waiting for a big trade.
This could be it.
Too.
Patrick Surtain II is still on the board. That's
As
right.
you shut your mouth, he's staying on the board to 10.
We could use a cornerback over here in Las Vegas. Shit.
Yeah, so could the Cowboys. You know, we gave up 27 touchdowns to wide receivers last year through the air. You pair him up with his former Alabama teammate, Diggs, on the other end. You got pretty good corners.
Although they have Surtain ranked as 4.
Fourth best corner or fourth best player available?
Corner.
Waddle's stats for last year: 28 receptions for 591 yards, 4 touchdowns with a long of 90 yards. I think I just saw that highlight on one of the feeds that I'm watching on my laptop.
Yeah, they compare him to Tyreek Hill, which I think is comparable because he can fly.
I think Henry Ruggs has a breakout season this year. You want to know someone who could fly? That man could fly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ruggs is a
yeah.
stud. I'd still rather have CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, me too.
See, yeah.
I'd rather have Jefferson over both of them, but I digress.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders right now, their wide receivers, they have Henry Ruggs, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards.
Sorry, Brian Edwards. Sorry, I get
gonna
those
say-
fucking names. I get those names confused. You remember Braylon Edwards?
I remember
Wasn't
playing
he
that.
the one?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the one that shot himself, or was that? No, that was.
No,
Plexico
that's
Burress.
yeah, Plexico Burress. No, but we have John Brown, who's already fast as shit. We have Henry Ruggs, fast as shit. We have Hunter Renfrow from Clemson, who's like a machine. That dude's a Pro Bowler in my eyes. And we have we got some guy from the Saints who's actually pretty decent, but I fucking forget his name.
Was it John Brown's the one from Cincinnati that can run like
Yeah.
like the wind, but it's got hands like stone?
Yeah.
And I'm with you.
Well,
TSS
let's throw
in the
him to
chat.
him. He
I
didn't
want
really
Surtain.
have. Huh?
I was just saying to TSS in the chat, I'm with you. I want Surtain, unless Sewell falls to 10, then yes, because Tyron Smith is getting old as shit. Cowboys need offensive line help.
Still waiting on Detroit. They're now at the... the pick is in. Apparently the pick is in. So we're about to find out what
Yeah.
Detroit's got going on.
What's their
What are their
offensive line
needs?
situation?
What do they need? The O line, right?
Oh, right.
That O line's atrocious.
Well, they better do
Quarterback's
something.
a
'Cause
troll.
They need something. They shot.
Come on, let me know.
If they draft help now after they traded the better of the two quarterbacks, like, oh, what do we got here? This guy's freaking out. That looks like they're taking a wide receiver. I don't know.
Oh God!
Oh,
I
God.
don't know who
I'm
it was.
telling you, the Lions are notorious for doing this shit. They had two. All right, so this was in 2007, I believe. They had 2 first-round picks, and they were almost back-to-back. So they go 2 wide
they
receivers
went
in
wide
the first
receiver.
fucking round.
Yeah.
They got 2 good wide receivers, though. They got, Mike Williams with one of those picks. And who else did they get? And both of them went on to do pretty well. I know one of them ended up having to, leave. But didn't Mike Williams end up going to Dallas for a while or something like that?
Was it Nate Burleson or no?
It
wasn't Nate, was it?
I don't remember.
It
It
might
was so long ago.
be.
It wasn't Calvin Johnson. I know that for sure.
They said their draft needs are wide receiver, linebacker, offensive tackle, safety, and defensive lineman. So there's
So best available right now would be what? Probably Sewell and probably a linebacker.
Yeah.
I don't think the highest graded linebacker, I think, only graded like late second, early or late first, early second. So I don't know if they're going to reach for a linebacker the 7th overall pick.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think they go probably offensive line. They want to protect Jared Goff's dumbass.
About to say they want through the trouble of getting Goff. I have a feeling this might be where Sewell ends up, but
this is the Lions we're talking about, so we're going receiver.
$22.2 million in cap space. Their additions are Goff, defensive lineman Michael Brockers, and wide receiver Brashad Perriman. They lost Stafford. They lost Marvin Jones, wide receiver. They lost cornerbacks Desmond Trufant and Justin Coleman. So
they might go cornerback then.
They could go corner.
Like I said, leave it to them if they go offensive help. They trade for a shittier quarterback, and then they decide to boost up their offensive help.
Yep, there goes Sewell.
Yep.
Wow. Looks like they're trying to protect Jared Goff's dumbass, like I said earlier.
Well, I mean,
his family doesn't look very. Oh, there they go. It was a little delayed. I was going to say
they're eating Pizza Hut. The dinner of champions. Look! Everyone in the Lions is like just standing there, except those two are going nuts. Everyone's like, yeah, cool.
They're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, offensive line's boring picks, but it's important.
I mean, it's not a sexy pick, but to me, the offensive line, when you see a fucking tackle just pancake block fucking two people when it's a run, it is the most beautiful thing ever.
Bet you Sam Darnold's going, oh, shit, I was this close to having a good offensive lineman.
Yeah.
But now I bet you Carolina takes Smith out of Alabama.
Sewell is one of the highest rated offensive tackles in like the past few years. He's a beast. He is a scary individual.
Man, he runs well in the open field.
Yeah, his run block is fucking amazing. Have you seen those holes? Look how big those fucking lanes are. I could fit my fucking truck through that shit.
He outweighs me by 120 pounds, give or take, and he can probably run faster than I can.
Right.
Boy,
he only gave up 2 quarterback pressures. That's it. Oh, that is disgusting.
Well, there's not very many good edge rushers in the Pac-12, but I digress.
He's the first Oregon State offensive lineman selected in the top 10 of the draft since 1967.
Yikes.
Wow, Detroit! Look at the Detroit War. This guy. Are you watching? Anybody watching the ESPN feed?
I am watching. What am I watching?
Buddy was having a time there. He was freaking out. I normally
eat your heart out, Roman Reigns.
Never mind. I'm in my room. I can actually switch to the NFL now. I guess I'm not hearing the audio. I can't stand listening to Mel Kiper Jr. talk.
He gets some wrong. He gets some right. Cut him some slack. Really mysterious in the chat. Thinks Super Bowl Lions. So clearly he's smoking the tainted heroin.
Yeah, he's smoking that meth from 8 Mile Road.
Yeah.
But when Mel Kiper gets it wrong, he gets it wrong. He said going into the one draft, he's like, if I had the number 1 overall pick, I'd be taking Brady Quinn. He's a can't miss. I'm like, he also said Jimmy Clausen. He had something to do with Notre Dame.
I remember, I remember that. He said he was really high on Jimmy Clausen. That motherfucker was out of the Panthers organization like in 2 years.
1 year. They took Cam Newton the next year.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They did.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's right. He would not shut the fuck up about Jimmy Clausen. I was like, he's not that good.
I watched him at Notre Dame. He wasn't that good. I mean, I am a little biased because I hate Notre Dame. But
Yeah, I hate Notre Dame too. They're all before the college playoffs where they had 4 teams. I shit you not, they would try their hardest to get Notre Dame at number 2 to face Alabama every year. And every year Notre Dame would somehow disappoint being number 2 by getting blown out in the college football championship game.
Yeah, I mean they had 12 players on the field. They had Tua's dead fake girlfriend, and they still couldn't beat Alabama.
The pick is in for Carolina. We're just waiting for it to be announced.
They're doing a 30 for 30 on Tua, or not Tua. What's Manti Te'o?
Manti Te'o's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say, not Tua. Other Samoan. Yeah, they're doing a
Roman Reigns' girlfriend.
They're doing a 30 for 30 on him. How he just about won the Heisman Trophy. Then the whole fake dead girlfriend thing. Oh, I can't wait for that. I love train wreck television. That's why I can't keep my eyes off 90 Day Fiancé. I love that stuff.
We are waiting. Come on. Let us know who you're taking, Carolina.
They need a QB, don't they? Who the fuck do they have at QB?
Well, they got Sam Darnold.
Yeah, they got Darnold.
Oh, please don't tell me you really think Darnold is the future of Carolina.
Hey, I didn't make the fucking trade. They did.
You bet your ass I do.
And honestly, I'm glad he went there because there was a lot of talk that the Niners were going to try to get him, and I was like, I don't know.
How can you judge a quarterback that's got no wide receivers, no offensive line? He didn't look good in Carolina. He went 3rd overall, so there's something there. He just happened to go, and he also had a fucking head coach that showed up stoned out of his mind on the press conference when they hired him. Did anybody else remember that when Adam Gase showed up for the introductory press conference and his eyes were bloodshot and glazed over?
That's probably from all the crying he was doing.
You tell me, deity. You tell me when your head coach is baked out of his mind all the time. There was no hope for Darnold. He might be. I would rather take a chance on Darnold that's actually played in the NFL, so he understands the NFL. Than let's take some quarterback that a crapshoot. A lot of people are saying. I was reading a few people's grades, and they had Darnold graded higher than the quarterbacks that are coming out now. Plus, he's got the NFL experience. I'd give Darnold a year. And if not,
but I would at least give him competition. I don't even know who the backup fucking QB is in that place. And apparently neither do you guys.
I
go QB.
In Carolina?
Oh fuck! Damn, that's a good damn.
JC Horn.
JC Horn.
He's a good cornerback. God damn it, man. Fuck.
Yeah, his dad played in the league. That's Joe Horn's kid. Played for the Saints.
So much for falling to the Raiders. Fuck. That's gay. Joe Horn played for the Saints, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember him. He was a good ass wide receiver.
Good press coverage. Holy shit.
There was a corner who in college who hasn't been drafted yet, who apparently was ranked number 1, and it wasn't Horn. I don't think it was. And he shut down all the top wide receivers in the SEC.
Okay, here's where it starts to get a little squirrely again. Do we see a quarterback go?
Oh.
I honestly think you do.
It's either a quarterback or they believe in Drew Lock and they take the wide. God, I hope he goes because Jerry Jones will do something stupid in draft. Oh, let's get a Heisman Trophy wide receiver in here to go with our other 3 Pro Bowl caliber wide receivers we already have.
They're saying they're trying to get rid of Amari Cooper.
Good, he's overpaid.
What?
I like Amari Cooper, but he's way overpaid.
Yeah.
Well, there's really a Broncos fan throwing $1 at us. We appreciate that. He's saying we're doing a good job. Thanks to all you guys on here, to Deity, Casey, if he's even still on the call. I haven't heard him mumble anything in a while. To Brody and to Mikkel for being the kick-ass crew that I've got tonight. Hopefully Coral will be able to pop on a little later and give us a little bit of a female's perspective on all this. But thanks, really Broncos fan.
And shout out to Alex and the Garbage Man. They go live at 10 o'clock Eastern each and every Thursday night for news and all that jazz and whatnot. So check them out.
I am so far behind on watching them. I think I watched most of the first show, and then I just haven't been able to watch since. But I'm behind on a lot of viewing for the YouTube channels that I like to watch a lot of, so maybe that's what I'll be doing all day tomorrow.
So this is very interesting. You know who's on that on the top 5 corners? Who's left? Asante Samuel Jr., Florida State.
Oh.
Now, we all remember who Asante Samuel is, because I sure as hell do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
He's ranked as the number 4 corner. J.C. Horn was ranked 3. Number 2 is Caleb Farley from Virginia Tech, and number 1 is obviously Patrick Surtain II from Alabama.
Future Dallas Cowboy.
Broncos have $23.3 million in cap space. They've added cornerbacks Kyle Fuller and Ronald Darby, as well as defensive lineman Shamar Stephen. They lost A.J. Boye, cornerback, running back Elijah Wilkinson, and edge rusher Jeremiah Atachu. Draft needs, they say the first draft need is quarterback, followed by linebacker, defensive lineman, offensive tackle, and running back. So, I don't understand.
Denver Smart, they take Justin Fields. I know I've been pounding the table for... I just don't want Justin Fields to go to freaking New England, because that's all they need.
I don't know.
Well, Bill Belichick usually likes pocket passers, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he signed Cam Newton, though.
I said usually.
Well, it's tough to say because he had Tom Brady, and apparently...
I'm honestly shocked he re-signed Cam Newton, because I didn't think he was.
Couldn't find... I think they're going to...
He probably didn't have anybody else. Where else did they think he was going to go to get a quarterback? They've got...
If they don't take Fields, they're going to trade for Garoppolo and bring him back, because
everybody
knows
believe that.
Belichick never wanted to get rid of Garoppolo. He wanted to get rid of Brady, and that blew up in his face because they won one more Super Bowl after Kraft said, we're not trading Brady.
Very true. But they have, the Broncos, that is, have 8 picks in the draft overall. They just traded for Bridgewater, but for some reason their draft needs are listed as quarterback number 1. I don't really understand all that, but whatever.
Because Locke and Bridgewater are backup quarterbacks at best. They're not starters.
See, if I was the Broncos, I'd go QB, but I have a strong suspicion they're not going QB. I don't know why.
Well, it's funny how John Elway can't evaluate quarterback talent, considering he's arguably one of the most talented quarterbacks ever.
Yeah, but I mean, just because you were a talented player doesn't necessarily mean that
doesn't
the
mean
stuff works out.
Oh no, I agree.
I mean, look at the guy that was running Detroit forever. Not Matthews. Who am I thinking of? Played for the Raiders. Matt Millen. Matt Millen is a Hall of Fame football player. Fantastic everywhere he played. He's got, 2 or 3 Super Bowl rings? And then he could not figure anything out in Denver. So look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, arguably, I don't think very arguably, but arguably the best basketball player in history. He hasn't been able to translate that to success as an owner. I mean,
I would argue with that and say he's the second best basketball player ever. But
arguably, to me he's number 1. But whatever. I mean, we can agree that he was a fantastic player, right?
Yeah, but he's getting better. I mean, he drafted LaMelo this year, and I told everybody going into that draft, anyone who doesn't take LaMelo first overall is an idiot. Oh, well, Lonzo Ball this, and he's not Lonzo, and don't worry about his dad. LaMelo's a stud.
Okay, well, they've got...
And by the way, Kareem is the best basketball player ever.
This is funny. This is a list of quarterbacks acquired by John Elway. We're looking at Peyton Manning, Joe Flacco, Brock Osweiler, Drew Lock. Oh, damn it, I missed it. I tried
Paxton Lynch.
If I were them, I'd take Justin Fields right now.
I would. Paxton Lynch was... thank God they took Paxton Lynch that year, because that's who Jerry wanted to draft, but we ended up stumbling upon Dak late. And Paxton Lynch isn't even in the league anymore. And they took him in the first round. Isn't it funny how
the pick is
Dak
in?
Went in
the pick is in.
Dak went in the fourth round that year, and he's like the only quarterback from that draft still on the same team.
Oh, the irony how they went from having a Pro Bowl QB in Elway, and now look at them. How many QBs they've had since him?
Oh, it's nuts. There's Jake Plummer. There's
Jake the Snake Plumber. What?
Tebow. Oh God, it's bad. What the hell?
Say what you want about Tebow. He beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs.
He got
and I think
lucky with one throw.
That was the funniest thing. The funniest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, at least he made that one throw. Frank.
That entire
Jimmy Garoppolo missed the one throw.
You know what? Jimmy Garoppolo got to a fucking Super Bowl. Tim Tebow didn't. I mean, are we to really cut those hairs? I mean, Garoppolo made the Super Bowl. Garoppolo's managed to play more than 2 years in the NFL. Has Tim Tebow?
No. Hey, how pissed off is Tim Tebow at Aaron Rodgers, by the way? He wants to put his name back out there to get some press on draft day that he's working out.
Oh, yeah, he's working out as a tight end for the Jaguars.
That comes out, and then an hour later, Aaron Rodgers is like, yeah, I want the fuck out of Green Bay. And there goes all the thunder.
Come on, Justin
There
Fields.
it is, Justin Fields to Denver with the 9th overall pick in round 1.
Great pick by the Broncos.
Damn.
Justin Fields. Pat Surtain. Oh, my God. Well.
Oh, they did take Surtain. Son of a...
Fucking cunt! Great. That just leaves Asante Samuels.
Why am I getting weird shit?
Frank, what the fuck are you reading?
That's the second time today that somebody's been like, okay, it's this pick. Oh, no, wait, never mind. It's something else. God damn, well, Surtain.
All right. Right, the Cowboys are going to draft.
The Cowboys must be pissed right now.
Okay, so right now the Cowboys, I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts right now that they take fucking Fields. It's exactly the kind of stupid move that Jerry Jones would make.
They're going to trade. You watch.
All right, which one of these guys has been arrested? That's who they take.
The Cowboys will trade down.
Who has the most off the field issues? That's who they take.
The Cowboys are
trying to... There goes Jay.
The Cowboys are trying to draft Johnny Unitas.
Never mind, Jerry Jones tried to until his son talked him out of it and told him to put the phone down.
Yeah.
That's where we drafted Zach Martin.
So there goes J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain. Fuck, man. Well,
okay,
there goes the cornerback.
Take Elijah Vera Tucker then. Draft offensive line. If we can't stop anybody, we might as well try to put up 50 points a game.
There's another offensive tackle who his name is Tevin something. He's pretty nasty himself too.
I don't watch much Big Ten football. Vera Tucker plays for USC. I know he's pretty good, but he played tackle. He's a little bit undersized. He played tackle in college, but he'd move onto the inside. But then if you get him then you can have Collins on the outside, and then Tyron Smith if he's still healthy, and then you got those two on the outside, and then you pair Vera Tucker with Zach Martin on the inside. I'm okay with that. It's a good offensive line. I mean, we wish we had a running back.
We got Elliott.
Again, I reiterate, I wish we had a running back.
Cowboys are on the clock right now. They've got 6 minutes left, roughly.
You don't like Elliott?
Mikhail, he hasn't been good in 3 years. Ever since he got his money. That's what happens with every running back. Once you pay them, they turn into shit. That's why I actually seen it on my Facebook.
Josh Jacobs for the Raiders has been doing pretty good. He's going into his 3rd year now.
Yeah, again, he hasn't got paid yet. Why do you think good? It was funny because I just seen on my Facebook memories the other day because I think Elliott's draft year was like 2 years or 4 years, 2 days ago, but 4 years ago. So my Facebook memory and I quote, "This son of a bitch better become the next Jim Brown if you draft him that high." No, I like Ezekiel Elliott. He is not Jim Brown.
No.
God damn, Mel Kiper.
No.
I already knew Ezekiel. I already knew Elliott wasn't going to be like a fucking all-star. I knew he was going to be good, but not a fucking all-star like people said he was going to be. I'll tell you what, though. Josh Jacobs for the Raiders, he'll be an all-star if he stays healthy.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. It's the exception. On, like, look at even, goddamn, what's the running back for the Giants?
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley.
Unbelievable. When he gets hurt, he gets banged up. Guys like Adrian Peterson and Frank Gore are the exception, not the rule. Guys that can play 12, 13 years in the NFL at a high level at running back. Like,
Frank Gore still looks like the same from when he came in the league.
I don't think Derrick Henry is going to last much longer. He carries the ball too much. I mean, he's built like a goddamn Greek god, so maybe he will. But... Oh, we traded it to the Eagles.
That's actually, I just read that. TSS2 said the Cowboys are either going to get Slater or trade back.
You did. You most certainly did.
I was just about to read that. They trade the pick to the Eagles.
Wait, what the fuck? So now the Eagles have the 10th and the 12th? What the fuck?
No.
They may have traded the 12th.
They would have traded it's probably the 12th for the 10th and maybe a third-round pick. But that's great, Jerry.
On my screen, it still says the Eagles have the 12th overall pick, but I hope you guys do.
No, we will, because you're not going to trade that.
It's
they keep their first.
I don't know. I've seen dumb shit happen
right now.
Before.
Now it's saying it. The thing on the screen says the Eagles have both picks right now, the 10th and the 12th.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it has. That's because the trade hasn't been announced yet. Just wait a second.
He's in denial. You hear him?
No,
I'm
not in denial. I've watched enough drafts to realize you don't give up a first-round pick unless you're getting a first-round pick back when it's 2 spots. I bet you it's a first and a third. But that's great. We just traded that, and they're going to draft Justin Fields, and he's going to torch the Cowboys for the next 12 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Or unless maybe.
Okay, wait. No, you're good. You're good. That you have the 12th overall pick. You're good.
They
took them like an hour to put it fucking on screen. Jesus.
Unless they take Devontae Smith, and then they try to. Do they believe in Jalen Hurts? I sure.
So this now worries me because the Giants were projected to take that linebacker that I wanted for the Raiders, Parsons or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So now the Eagles hopped in front of the Giants for what reason? Because the Giants were projected as a defensive player to pick one up.
But I think I did call the Cowboys trading back once.
What the fuck could the Eagles possibly want so bad that they had to jump in front of the Giants
they want
to get them?
The wide receiver.
You think so?
Devontae Smith from Alabama.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll throw my phone at the TV if they get that linebacker.
No, they wouldn't trade up for the linebacker.
Okay, so the Eagles got the first round pick.
Last year.
Number 10th overall. The Cowboys get the number 12th pick overall and a third-round pick. Number 84.
Who called that? I said a first and a third. Boom.
Wow, whoever they want them bad.
Yeah, they want the wide receiver. What did everybody bitch about at the Eagles last year? They kept first of all, they shit all over Wentz. But then the people that were defending Wentz would say, look at the guy. They had Greg Ward, who played freaking quarterback in college. They had no wide receivers in Philly last year. They traded up. And the Giants need a wide receiver, too. They traded up to get the wide receiver. Or their offensive line was the drizzling shit, so it might be that tackle from Northwestern.
There are some people, like, leaving comments here and there, not in my chat, but other stuff I'm watching, talking about Mac Jones going right now. I don't know if I believe that.
No,
because they wouldn't have had to trade up. Because
they wouldn't have to trade up to get Mac Jones.
The Cowboys and the Giants wouldn't take a quarterback. Those are the only 2 people ahead of them.
The Eagles have $4.8 million in cap space. They've added Joe Flacco as a quarterback, safety Anthony Harris, and linebacker Eric Wilson. They lost, of course, Carson Wentz, along with quarterback Nate Sudfeld. I have no idea who that even is. Safety Jalen Mills and wide receiver Marquise Goodwin. Their draft needs, and right now, they say anyway, that what I'm looking at is cornerback, wide receiver, edge rusher, linebacker, and then quarterback is their last need.
They'll take a wide receiver. So the Eagles started with the 6th overall.
The number one receiver in the nation is still sitting there.
The pick is in, by the way, from what I'm seeing on
screen.
They
started with the 6th. They started with 6. They traded down to 12, and then they traded back up to 10.
So yeah, they go Devontae Smith. Yeah.
It's almost like the Browns from the Draft Day movie. Then they're going to get the player they wanted all along, which I still say is actually an underrated movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Frank, every time he reads the pick is in, is some weird player.
Well, I'm watching a different thing now because I want to make sure I'm getting it right the first time. So I swear to God, what came on the screen was Justin Fields. I was like, really?
I'm watching the live ESPN feed.
Yeah, me too.
So what the guys are saying on TV is, why would you give away a 3rd-round pick to get a receiver? That's most likely still going to be there. So that's why a lot of people are saying they go QB. I don't think they go QB. I don't think they go QB.
Go ahead.
The wide receiver wouldn't be there, Deity. The Giants would have took the wide receiver.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. That's what they're saying on TV.
Well,
I don't agree with them though.
Philly only had 2,082 receiving yards last year. That was the 3rd fewest in the NFL.
Yeah. So then, Devontae Smith all day.
Or it's the offensive lineman because Wentz got lit the fuck up last year.
Okay, here it is. Devontae Smith. Yep, Devontae Smith to the Eagles.
Told you it was for the wide receiver because the Giants would have took him. Because they still believe Daniel Jones can play quarterback in the NFL, but that stupid fucker tripped over his own feet at the 5-yard line when he's running for a touchdown.
There it is, Devontae Smith.
Please do not go linebacker.
Two Alabama wide receivers in the 1st round, or in the top 10. But no, Mac Jones is a good quarterback.
Actually, you know what? Who do the Chicago Bears have at QB right now?
They just get? Hell.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, Dalton. They signed Dalton.
Oh, yeah, they're going QB. They are going QB all day. There is no way in hell I would start the season with only Andy Dalton. No way. No fucking way.
Devontae Smith's stats for 2020 were 117 receptions for 1,856 yards and 23 touchdowns.
Yeah,
wow, the Jaguars have another pick in the 1st round. Good God.
In like 10
Yeah.
How many games they played 10? They compared to Calvin Ridley. Thinking the Giants go offensive line now, or maybe they go line.
That would have been crazy if the Cowboys would have got Devontae Smith.
Why?
With all the fucking other receivers they have. Although, who's your tight end for the Cowboys again?
Shit. It's like the most tight end name ever. Blake Jarwin is one of them. And there's...
Because if y'all do get rid of Amari Cooper, then that just leaves fucking CeeDee Lamb with you guys, right?
Yeah.
No, we got Michael Gallup, who's
that's right, receiver. Gallup's okay. So Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and Devonta Smith. That would have been nasty.
Dalton Schultz. That's not a tight end.
Schultz.
But I think the Cowboys are going to take Vera Tucker because our depth chart right now on offensive line would be Tyron Smith, who, if he's healthy, then Connor Williams, then Tyler Bizadad, and then Zach Martin and Liddell.
God, the Giants just traded this pick to the Bears. The Bears are now on the clock.
The Bears, unless they screw it up again, because
they go QB. I'm telling you, they go QB right now.
They're taking Justin Fields because I bug Nick about this all the time on our old show because he's a Bears fan. People forget they traded up to draft Trubisky, and do people remember the 2 quarterbacks that went after Trubisky?
And didn't I just ask you guys about 20 seconds ago, what are the Bears doing at QB? Didn't I just say that 20 seconds ago?
Yeah.
No, if they don't draft Justin Fields, it's what they did 2 years ago when they traded up to get Trubisky, and the 2 quarterbacks taken right after Trubisky were Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson.
Let me put myself as a Chicago Bears QB scout. I'm the most awful person at scouting QBs. I'm taking Mac Jones.
Well, here's what we got for the Bears right now. They have cap space of $427,000, so they are right on the cap. They added Desmond Trufant, quarterback Andy Dalton, cornerback Desmond Trufant, quarterback Andy Dalton, and wide receiver Marquise Goodwin. They lost Mitchell Trubisky. They lost cornerback Kyle Fuller and wide receiver Cordell Patterson. It says their needs are.
Not only did they got rid of Mitch Trubisky, which was the first round pick, but they added a shitty Andy Dalton. Yeah, they're going QB right here, right now.
This says their draft needs are quarterback, offensive tackle, cornerback, safety, and wide receiver.
They're going to go QB right now to make up for not drafting Patty Mahomes. They're like, which guy looks the most like Patty Mahomes to you guys? Do we have a black and white quarterback on the left to draft? Anyone?
Mixed race quarterback.
Do we have a mixed race quarterback?
Why are
left?
we showing a living room with nobody sitting on the couch? Is anybody else looking at this feed? They're showing.
Oh, that's Casey's living room.
They're showing somebody's living room. Oh, it's Trevor Lawrence's place. No, King Saw George. It's Justin Fields. He was just on the phone. Yeah. God, the Bears are going to take Fields. Chicago got something right.
The Bears have had 51 different starting quarterbacks in the Super Bowl era, is something I'm reading right now. 51 different starting quarterbacks in the Super Bowl era since like 1965?
Yeah, and the Packers have had what, 5?
Yeah.
Like
I'm exaggerating a little bit, but Bart Starr played 16 years. Brett Favre played 16 years.
Aaron Rodgers, and that's it.
They've
had 3 QBs in 51 years.
Not quite that, but they've had. I think it was. I read something that why they think Rodgers is going to get traded because Starr played 16 years with the Packers, Favre played 16 years with the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers just finished his 16th year with the Packers. So it's like, yeah, gotta let him go. Nobody can play more than. Gotta keep everybody equal. But to me, wow. Those 3 quarterbacks have been your quarterbacks 48 of the last 55 years. That's absolutely insane. No wonder the Packers win all the time.
The pick is
the rule. You gotta get rid of them before they turn 18.
Yeah, the Bears pick is in. They just haven't announced it yet. Somebody is saying Justin Fields. I'm waiting for the confirmation because I've been burned twice now by this list I'm looking at.
Is Justin Fields mixed race? Because if he is, he's a Bears.
No, he's straight black, I'm pretty sure.
So the Bears get the 11th overall pick. The Giants get the 20th overall pick, a 5th round pick in 2021, and a first round and a 4th round in 2022. That is bonkers.
They're taking a quarterback.
Yeah, they're taking a QB. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm hearing Justin Fields.
Why are you talking about COVID-19?
Oh. Is there a more football name ever than Dick Butkus? What a freaking badass name that is.
Dick Butkus.
I've seen a Butkus jersey in the crowd.
Butkus Dick.
You better be a tough son of a bitch if that's your name.
Or be a porn star.
Well, they've got Dallas as being on the clock now, so...
Yeah, well, they technically are on the
Oh, well, they're talking about COVID-19 on my TV, and I'm about to throw my phone at it.
Jesus Christ. Your goddamn country's opening everything up, and we're starting to lock everything down again. God bless America.
Well, not everywhere. It's really just like Texas and Florida that's wide open now.
Look at Ohio here. There's like 3,000 people there. We can't even have 5 people in our backyards right now. And this province of Ontario is the only place in the world where golfing is banned right now. You can't even go golfing. But
finally, shit, man.
They finally announced it?
Yeah. No, Goodell.
They finally got the guy who's going to announce it.
Yeah.
Well, the COVID guy takes off his mask to make the pick. That's it. Good example.
Justin Fields to the Chicago Bears, QB, Ohio State.
Oh, the Bears. The Bears won the draft.
Bears. It's about time.
Well, you guys talk
bet
about this
the
pick
Bears
for a minute.
fans
I gotta
are
get some
going
ice for my
nuts.
drink. I will be right back.
I think.
I'm happy for them because the Bears, man, if I've ever seen a team that fucks up picking QBs, it's the Bears. And I think they got it right with this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have drafted them if I was the Jets, but
And the Cowboys are on the clock.
oh, fuck it, trade down again, Jerry.
Are you nervous? Because when my team's on the clock, I'm so fucking nervous. Like, my stomach hurts and shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather them trade down. Keep trading
Me
down. Get
too.
picks.
Aw, man, didn't you guys just have a linebacker retire? Sean Lee or something?
Yeah, but we still got Leighton Vander Esch and
Yeah.
Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just taking me to go get back.
Okay.
Take your guy. He's sleeping.
Wow.
What the-
Look how fast he is. Good God.
Who the hell's listening to porn?
Not me.
What kind of stupid information are they telling us about this idiot? Owns a French bulldog called Uno who has 28,000 followers on Instagram.
You know what? The Cowboys might take Micah Parsons.
I'm
I'm
moving
reading here our biggest draft needs:
What?
corner,
All right.
safety,
It's in
linebacker.
I swear I'll
defense.
stab you. I will stab you. I will stab you over this Discord.
No,
Because
you
we're
get
like
safety.
we're 3 picks away from getting that linebacker we need, and Cowboys do draft linebackers all the
I
time.
want him to take Barrett Tucker, but yeah, Cowboys got pretty lucky the last time they drafted a tackle out of USC.
Salsa.
Shit, I'm just gonna mute for a second. I actually want to hear what they're saying.
Nice.
So Mac Jones is the only quarterback of any note
That
that's
was
still
deep.
available right now. Is that right?
I feel bad for Mac Jones. He's gonna fucking fall down the fucking board.
Yeah, right to New England.
That's honestly who I think might take him.
I don't know. At this point, it's possible. But I mean, just looking at who's available right now, I mean, I'll scroll down a bit so everybody can see it. You got Dallas. I don't think Dallas is going to pick him. And the Dallas pick is apparently in, by the way. We're just waiting for that to be announced. I don't see the Chargers picking him. Maybe Minnesota. I'm thinking at this point, Mac Jones he's probably going to go to New England because who else is going to want him past that? I don't think the Cardinals have got Kyler Murray. I don't think the Raiders would draft him, although it probably couldn't hurt.
Fuck no.
And then again, you get to the point where it's like none of these teams are really looking for a quarterback.
Crazy to think how in the next week or so, Chicago might go from the laughingstock at quarterback to having the best quarterback in the division. If Rodgers gets traded out of Green Bay. Fields is better than friggin' Jared Goff, and Kirk Cousins is a joke.
Well, and that's the other thing about this is for all that talk that was going on before.
Well, Washington and Minnesota
started,
need a QB, don't they?
Minnesota, I think, has needed a quarterback for 20 years. Washington just signed Fitzpatrick. I mean, yeah, Fitzpatrick isn't yeah, he's not the answer for the future. But I mean, would you sign him and then go get Aaron Rodgers? And honestly, from what I heard earlier, Aaron Rodgers turned in his 3 teams that he wanted to go to earlier today. Now, I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but this is what I had seen a lot of people putting out on Twitter. Was that his 2 teams were Oakland, San Francisco, and somebody else. I forget who it was. Let me go hit Twitter real quick and look.
Well, he wants to win, so that's why someone's like, well, maybe the Jets can trade for him for the number 2 pick. I said, yeah, Aaron Rodgers might be one of the most talented quarterbacks ever. He's not turning that team around on his own.
I will stab people. Who the fuck? Some chubby cowboy just came on stage.
What the fuck is that guy?
Oh my god.
Is that Run DMC? He's too big to be. He's ton DMC.
I'm trying to find that specific
I apologize to him and thank him for his service. He's an Army veteran from Dallas.
I want to say it was Adam Schefter.
I really feel like a piece of shit. He's a social worker that provides mental health counseling.
Yeah, way to go, Brody, you dick.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Oh my god.
What?
How about them Cowboys?
Matt Jones?
Please don't. Please don't. Fuck! Man, fuck, man! God! Fuck, really?
And
How about them Cowboys?
And that's when Deity loses his damn mind as they take Micah Parsons, Penn State linebacker.
Best linebacker in the draft.
Oh my god, come on, man. Why?
Do. Suck it, loser.
I hope he tears his ACL his first game.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That just leaves the other guy, Joko. And I have a strong suspicion the Chargers. Because Minnesota needs a QB. New England does weird shit. They might get a QB too. I don't think they'll go linebacker, so that just leaves it. As long as the Chargers don't get Joko, I guess I'm okay.
Like, I just don't get why people were shitting all over Fields. Like, he threw 6 TDs against Clemson with cracked ribs, and he runs a 4.4 with a cannon. The Bears won the draft.
Yeah.
And I think the Cowboys, we were probably going to, once Surtain, this is actually smart by Jerry, because I'm pretty sure once Surtain went, we were going to take Micah Parsons anyway, especially with Sean Lee retiring. So we traded back 3 spots, got the guy we wanted, and we got a 3rd-round pick for it. It's actually
you got a first-round 2022 pick too.
No, it was 3rd-round 2022. We just swapped 2021 first, and then they threw in a 3rd. They threw in a 3rd for going up 2 spots. So you get the guy you want, and it.
I was like, that's a lot for fucking 2 spots. Fucking cunt, man. God damn it.
I don't know why I'm not following Adam Schefter on Twitter already, but now I am.
I have alert. I have him set as alerts.
Bullshit.
Me too.
I'm trying to find that tweet. I know that the tweet that he had put out, and again, this may have been absolute bullshit on somebody's part for whatever reason. But it said the Niners, Oakland, and somebody else was his picks. I thought maybe the other one was Washington, now I think about it. But
he opted out the 2020 season. I hope he's fat when he gets to Dallas.
If you guys should take the corner from Virginia Tech if he's still there. He's pretty good.
We might go offensive tackle because we got rid of a lot of O-line. A lot of Pro Bowl O-line.
Chargers will probably draft offensive line here. Protect.
Yeah, their new shiny QB.
Who will probably be the best quarterback out of that draft.
Can't believe that motherfucker ended up being good. Can you believe that shit? Justin Herbert?
Yeah, sorry,
Broncos.
Cora,
This was according to The Athletic. This is according to The Athletic, Aaron Rodgers trade destination wish list. This is according to Pro Football Talk. It was tweeted by The Athletic 5 hours ago, where the Niners, the Broncos, and the Raiders.
So the AFC West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to go back towards the West anyway. But here's the funny thing, though.
I love Derek Carr, but I wouldn't mind having Rodgers on my team.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. It's like Aaron Rodgers is still there, and what's the deal with him in Green Bay? Does he want to go? Does he want to stay? Is he want to retire?
I think
who the fuck knows?
Some of the QBs wait till the draft is over, and then they're like, okay, let's get business going. Once all the dust settles.
I know he wants to host Jeopardy, so there's that. Motherfucker, this draft's going to go till like 10 o'clock. It's 2 hours in, they're at the 11th pick.
It's just going to midnight, bro.
Yeah.
Why are they showing Mac Jones when the Chargers are on the clock? Yeah, because, he's definitely going to freaking Los Angeles.
I don't know, crazy things happen.
Every while.
Let's see. Let's go to the chat real quick, see what some of you guys were talking about. Yeah, Frank is a year behind. Yeah, I really am. What's up with Stabby? I don't know who Stabby is, but let's see. Deity's having a coronary. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that there needs to be an emergency defibrillator somewhere near Deity for the next couple of picks.
This is the second year in the draft that I told Frank I want this guy, but I bet this is what's going to happen. I really hope that doesn't happen. I really hope it doesn't. And bam, I call it out right in front of me, and it fucking happens. That's what happened last year when I wanted.
That is what happened last year. I remember you calling in for a little bit last year, and it happened when we were on the air. You were like, "God damn!"
I wanted CD Lamb, and I told Frank, "How much you want to bet they get Henry Ruggs? Watch." Like I love CD Lamb. I hope the Raiders get him. Right there, still on the board, and the Raiders select Henry Ruggs. I'm like, what the? Like I lost it.
I remember that. So the Chargers pick is in. We're just waiting to see who it is. Let's see. Chris Skywalker says, favorite football game? Which console specifically between PS2, Xbox for modern, and of course PS4 and Xbox One, or classic from Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, and or Atari? Atari? How old do you think I am, man? I don't think I ever played a football game on Atari. I don't know. I haven't played sports games on consoles in a long time. They've gotten so complicated and just weird that I would much rather just play my shooters and then like my goofy little arcade style games to kill time. I'm not the gamer that I once was. So I don't know. I'm thinking probably Tecmo Super Bowl. That's kind of the awesome one that everybody loved to play. There was college football. Was it 98 or 99? It was I think it had Tim Tebow on the cover, as a matter of fact.
Is
that 98?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
No, Tebow didn't play in the 90s. That would have been Tim Couch.
It might have
or
been.
Eric Crouch. Eric Crouch.
So it's Tim Tebow?
I don't
think
know.
He was on,
it was a long time ago.
I think he was on NCAA Football 09, I think. Because let's see.
Oh.
The guy from Michigan was on 13. 12 was Mark Ingram. I think he was on 11 or 10.
I'm seeing Rashawn Slater just went 13th overall to the Chargers.
I don't believe you.
I don't know if I believe me either at this point. I'm looking at like 3 or 4 different things right now, trying to make sure I stay caught up on everything going on. And
my favorite football game ever is probably NCAA football 2006, I believe it is. The one with Jared Zabransky on the cover. 2006 or 2007.
I got man now. Hey.
Fuck, I hope they don't get Tevin, whatever his name is.
he can see a meltdown.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Have a meltdown.
I can't wait till we actually get to the Raiders pick and then see what Deity's response is going to be.
Oh God, because the Raiders will always Raider at these picks. Oh man.
Yeah, but Mike Mayock usually gets it right. Pick some guy I never heard of.
Yeah, but John Gruden has a say in it. If it was only Mike Mayock, I'd be okay with it, but it's not.
Oh, the Chargers took Elijah Vera Tucker. Good pick.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Who the hell just ate their microphone?
Probably Casey.
No, it's the Deity.
Yeah. Where are we, Casey?
Wow. I promise you the AFC West is going to be the best division in football in the next 2 years.
Well, you do have Kansas City. I feel like the Raiders are always going to pop off, and they always just they do well,
like
and
they always
just kind of disappoint me.
They're always like 9-7 or 8-8. Rashawn Slater, Chargers.
Yeah, Rashawn Slater. That's what I was saying.
Offensive tackle. Okay, so they didn't take the tackle I wanted. Good.
No sacks allowed, 1 hit allowed, 5 hurries allowed, and 6 pressures allowed. All in 2019.
The tackle class this year is nasty. It's one of the best offensive tackle classes I've seen in like recent years. But he did opt out though. Apparently, he handled Chase Young pretty well too. That's a all-star fucking edge rusher too.
6'4", 304, runs a 4.88 40.
Shit.
You could time my 40 with a fucking calendar, so that's something. Casey's like, 40 what?
Okay, so who does that leave?
Well, since we're down, let's go to this real quick. Let's go check out the best available. You guys will be able to see it on your screen here in just a second. We're looking at, let's see, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, the inside linebacker from Notre Dame. We've got...
that's Joko.
Yeah, Elijah Vera Tucker from USC, the offensive guard. Mac Jones from Alabama. Then they've got Trayvon Morig from TCU, the safety. Kwity Paye, the defensive end from Michigan.
Do they have Tevin Jenkins on there?
Tevin Jenkins. Yes. He is number 13th overall, best available right now. The offensive tackle from Oklahoma State. They've got back-to-back Virginia Tech. Yeah, back-to-back Virginia Tech guys with Caleb Farley, the cornerback, and Christian Darrisaw, the offensive tackle. Miami University, Jalen Phillips, defensive end. Clemson running back Travis Etienne. Elijah Moore, wide receiver,
I don't think
won't miss.
Travis Etienne.
I don't see any running backs coming on.
There's not even really a lot of running backs that are on here. I mean, you've got the Clemson running back I just mentioned. You've got Najee Harris from Alabama.
He might sneak into the Patriots late in the...
Javonte Williams, the running back from North Carolina. And that's it. Those are the only 3 running backs that are even in the best available overall. So, and right now, from what I'm looking at, the best available and the best fit is this. I'm sorry, the best available is, it's Jeremiah Owasua, and the best fit is the offensive guard from the offensive lineman from USC, Vera Tucker. So that's what we're looking at right now for that. As we go back to the rounds.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now the Jets are on the clock. And
yeah, they traded the pick away. What the hell could the Jets possibly want right now?
I have no idea.
The pick is in. They already got their QB. What the fuck do they want? They probably want like a... Probably a defensive guy, right? Or I would get a... I don't know if their O-line is that good to protect their brand new shiny quarterback.
No, this is where they probably take Vera Tucker. Get an offensive lineman to protect the new shiny object.
Probably.
All right.
Then you might as well take him, and then in the second or third round, get the USC wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's pretty good. Plus his name's cool. Amon-Ra.
They haven't no one has taken Patrick Surtain, have they?
Yeah. That's probably why the Cowboys. That's why the Cowboys probably traded back, because what's the team like right in front of them? Carolina took them right in front of Dallas, and Dallas traded back. I'm gonna guess that if Denver didn't trade,
So yeah, they need to protect Zach Wilson, so they're going offensive line. If I were them, at least.
We're just waiting on them to announce the pick. It says best available is inside linebacker, best fit is offensive guard.
Joko.
If I were them, I would go offensive guard.
So then the Raiders are getting Joko, that linebacker you said earlier.
Yeah. Maybe. And then
If they don't go Tevin Jenkins.
The Jets have $25 million in cap space. They've added wide receiver Corey Davis, safety LaMarcus Joyner, offensive guard Dan Feeney, and edge rusher Carl Lawson. They lost, of course, Sam Darnold. Defensive lineman Harry Anderson, wide receiver Brashad Perriman, and edge rusher Terrell Basham. It says their draft needs are cornerback, quarterback, edge rusher, running back, and tight end.
Yeah, so they're not looking linebacker. They need edge rusher and cornerback.
They also have 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. So there's opportunity for them.
Well, we get the next pick after New England, we get the pick. So unless New England, I doubt New England's going linebacker. I think they're going QB.
I don't know what
Arizona
does.
Arizona picks after New England.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
They could use defense. Just stay away from Joko and Tevin Jenkins is all I ask.
Vera Tucker is the one I'm seeing right now. Elijah Vera Tucker.
That's the one. That's the one out of USC.
Isn't he a guard, right?
Yeah, he's an offensive guard.
He played tackle in college, but he'll move inside in the NFL.
Oh yeah, I was watching tape on him yesterday. They were switching him back and forth from guard and tackle.
Played mostly on the outside.
So the Jets need a running back and a cornerback and a guard and center. So running back they could wait. Cornerback, I'm pretty sure they could get one in the second round maybe, because all the good offensive linemen are starting to come off the board real fast. The pick is in, huh? So what do you think the Jets do, guys?
Defense.
Think they go defense?
After this pick or with this pick?
Yeah, I think the Jets select.
Yeah, the guard.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ha! I was right that time.
So yeah, they have to protect their shiny new quarterback. I figured they'd do that. Damn, is that his mom?
So the Jets got the 14th pick and a 4th round pick, number 143 overall. The Vikings got the 1st round pick, number 23, two 3rd round picks, number 66 and 86. So
That's what I would do with him. Move him inside, Pro Bowl guard, keep him out, keep him inside. Because he makes one hell of a guard. I haven't really seen tape on him as tackle, though.
Okay, I say Matt Jones go to New England.
Oh, New England. Let's see.
Matt Jones.
Now here's where it gets interesting.
Wow, whatever New England did, they did it fast.
The pick already in?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pick is in for New England. The Cardinals are on the board. Or on the clock, I mean.
I'm telling you, Matt Jones.
You think Patriots go Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I do.
Quite possible.
Oh, that's what screwed me up. They just did it again. So ESPN's fucking this all up. So they showed. Remember how I thought a couple picks ago with the Chargers? I thought they took Elijah Vera Tucker because it literally just popped up on the ESPN one. It said the Jets select Mac Jones, and then they corrected it and changed it to New England, and now they're showing Mac Jones. But I bet you New England takes Mac Jones right here.
Yeah, because I don't think they trust Cam Newton too much.
Because
I don't think they do either.
I looked up in my TV quick, and it still had the Chargers logo, and then it said, like it did with every pick, it said Elijah Vera Tucker, guard USC, and I'm like, oh, that's a great pick by them. And then they took the Slater guy. I'm like, what the fuck? And then Vera Tucker went the next pick, and holy shit, New England didn't take long there. Oh, frickin' time. Thank you, Belichick.
Belichick is in a room with like only 2 guys. It's very lonely in there.
Well, last year he was with his dog. His dog stole the draft last year. Because they had that famous picture of Belichick leaving his kitchen table, and then it was just his dog sitting in front of the laptop, staring at the screen.
I would have been laughing if the dog pressed the button on the laptop and selected someone for him.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, but with the Patriots' luck, that man will become like a 10-time Pro Bowler and shit.
Patriots have $16 million in cap space. They added Kyle Van Noy back.
They added a lot of fucking people over the offseason.
Jalen Mills, tight end Hunter Henry. They lost offensive guard Joe Tuoney, offensive tackle Marcus Cannon, and wide receiver Julian Edelman. Draft needs are quarterback, wide receiver, linebacker, defensive lineman, and running back.
Mac Jones to the Patriots.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming.
I did too.
Mac Jones. Who? By God, I'm going to get that joke over.
Wow.
As we go farther and farther through this first round and more quarterbacks are leaving, there's less and less of an opportunity for Aaron Rodgers to actually escape Green Bay if that's what he wants.
I figured that. I feel the same way, but a lot of people say the quarterbacks rather wait till the draft is over. And I'm just like, well, if you wait till the draft is over, you have a lot less to haggle with.
Yeah. Because then all the places that needed quarterbacks either drafted them or did something to address that need. So why would you want to wait? I'd want to go somewhere before the draft. And furthermore, if I were in Green Bay's position and I needed to get rid of Rodgers, I'd want to get those draft picks right now rather than next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers isn't going anywhere.
You're saying?
So now, in the NFL, there's 3 Alabama starting quarterbacks. Good God.
No, there's not. Mac Jones ain't starting yet.
I don't know. I think he might take Newton's job.
Yeah, he will.
Who's the third one?
Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa, whatever the fuck.
Jalen Hurts is an Oklahoma guy. He finished his career at Oklahoma. He's not from Alabama.
He's Alabama. They had a picture of all three QBs wearing their Alabama uniform next to each other right before
Justin Fields isn't an Ohio State quarterback then.
Yeah,
he's a Georgia quarterback.
Yeah, he came from Georgia.
They're showing the highlights of Mac Jones in the college football title game.
I've seen that game. That was a good game.
Bill Belichick and Mac Jones. What do you think of that tandem?
I think it'll work. Ish. Belichick's overrated. How much different was the New England offense from a personnel perspective this season than they were the season before with Brady, where he put up pretty good numbers, got him into the playoffs, and then they brought Cam Newton in with pretty much the same players, and they were unmitigated disaster.
I was looking at the playbook, and they were doing a lot of QB runs that did not work.
Well, it's because Newton can't throw the ball more than 15 yards down the field anymore. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Who's on the clock now?
It held on. Let me know if you find me. Okay. It's black, so you have to round step. It's black. Lose it, you lose it. Who's on the night? Everybody? Grandma said, hey, what's up, kid?
Yeah, because they lost Patrick Peterson. He went to Minnesota.
Joko.
Minnesota.
Yeah, the Cardinals need a cornerback, so
they'll take the kid out of Virginia Tech.
That'd be absurd if they go Joko. God, please don't piss me off. Zaven Collins, who? Linebacker Tulsa. Wow. Okay. Joke it is.
We need Casey's insight. Isn't he from that neck of the woods?
Arizona?
The great state of Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Where is Casey?
We get to our resident Oklahoma. What the hell do they call them people there other than Hillbilly or Hick? Oklahoma Minion? Oklahoma Ninian? Huh. Oklahoman?
Oklahoma boys?
Oklahomos?
Yeah.
Oklahomos?
I guess I can't lump them all in there because good old JR's from Oklahoma. And he makes it abundantly clear. Come on, JR, get some real music.
It's looking like Zaven Collins, a linebacker from Tulsa.
Yeah, that's who they
select. That's who it was.
Yeah.
His closing speed isn't that great.
Well, he sure ran awfully fast there on that pick six. Holy Christ. Actually, a kid from my hometown played at at Tulsa. Big ass.
So we're either going Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle, or linebacker Joko. There's no other choice. It's either A or B.
And I think it's going to be C, and they're going to take. No, they don't need a running back.
No, we do not. We don't need a receiver. We don't need a QB. We need O-line, and we need a linebacker. And as of this point, I honestly think we need a linebacker more than we need an offensive line.
They missed the playoffs 4 years in a row. Actually, you made the playoffs 5 years ago?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's when he made the playoffs Carr's rookie year and he got hurt. Then he had to start.
Yep.
Oh, that guy from Michigan State. What the hell was his name? At quarterback.
I mean, we do need a safety, and we were thinking of Mohrig from TCU, but we need that linebacker way more than anything. Come on, Raiders, don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck
Frank
this up.
copywritten. Wait, there's a Batwoman show?
Sorry, Frank.
We'll save him with Geico.
Wait, what's that? I thought that Batwoman show was with that chick that was on with the Orange is the New Black. But now apparently Batwoman's a black chick. When the hell did that happen?
Everybody fucking hated on her because they didn't like her for all kinds of dumb reasons, so she decided to quit the show, and then they recast somebody else, but they're bringing her character back with another actress, and I don't know why. I don't know. That show's not going to last another season anyway, so I don't care.
Keep them straight. You gotta go to the anklets. You like these kinds, right?
Yeah.
There you go, and your socks.
Oh, What the hell was that chick's name? Because she's hot as hell.
Rose. Something Rose.
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose, yeah, that was it.
Roll Tide.
Let's go, Joko.
No.
First round pick since 2016, Deron Conley. Oh, the pick is in.
Let's go, Joko. 41 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and an interception. This man is nasty. Let's go, Joko. Oh, no. I changed the channel.
I'm seeing that it's in a couple different places, so.
They put a stupid commercial while my team is picking.
I'm not on commercial right now on the network. You got to watch it on the real network, not that ESPN crap.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Raiders first round pick. You guys had 3 first round picks in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2019? 3 first round? Yeah, we traded one away, and that's how we got Henry Ruggs, and we got one other guy in that
Last
same.
year you had Ruggs and Damon Arnett in the first round.
That's right. It was Arnett.
The year
Yep.
before you had Jacobs, Farrell, and one other guy in the first round. You've got this is your 6th first round pick in the last 3 drafts. Because everybody laughed at you, but you're actually looking like you won the Khalil Mack trade. Mack's
Oh, yeah. No, we definitely did. Absolutely, we did.
Shit in Chicago.
He wanted too much goddamn money. Don't get me wrong. He's one hell of a player, but, you know, if you don't have a team around him, he can't shine. Jeremiah Awusu Koromoa.
Is that who they got?
Jeremiah thinks it's defense.
That's who I want, because that's a linebacker from Notre Dame, and he's fucking nasty. Come on,
Raiders
guys.
have $5.2 million in cap space. They picked up Nick Martin, the center, running back Kenyon Drake, edge rusher Yannick.
Why? God, why?
And
why?
They also picked up safety Carl Joseph.
Come on, guys. We have like 100 details.
It's an offensive tackle.
Offensive tackle.
Bro,
Trent
come
Brown,
on. What are y'all thinking, bro?
And they needed offensive tackle, safety, and something else I didn't see before it switched over. And they get Alex Leatherwood, the offensive guard.
This is Gruden. This is Gruden all the fucking way, man. And I know what Gruden's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do. God fucking A, man.
You needed offensive tackle, and they just got.
No, but I wanted Tevin Jenkins. Have you seen that, man?
Yeah.
I barely did any research on this guy. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is.
Nope. Let me tell her how many Notre Dame linebackers are worth a fuck in the NFL. Manti Te'o finished 3rd in Heisman Trophy voting.
Yeah, but that's Manti Te'o, man. That dude has a invisible girlfriend, man. That's different.
Don't speak ill of the fake dead.
We're never gonna let that shit go, are we?
I think that's a great pick by the Raiders. And this guy looks jacked to be a Raider. That is one big fucker. Holy shit. 6'4", 3/4, 312. Ran a 4.99 40.
Did he really? I'm looking at tape on him right now. It's not bad, but
2020 first team All-American. Oh, what's Daniel Jeremiah got to say here?
Well, all I say is I hope we somehow trade back and get a linebacker, because we really severely need one. So there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Alabama players selected in the first 20 picks. That is disgusting.
5 of the first 17 players are from Alabama. So that's 7 of the first, because they're doing an over-under. That last year 15 players went from the SEC in the first round, and now we're at what? 7 of the first 17 are from the SEC. So right on track. There's 5 Alabama, 1 LSU, 1 South Carolina.
Well, at least they addressed the O-line. Whatever. Now we have to address defense. At least they didn't do something weird and get like a fucking another running back or some gay shit like that. Because I had a disgusting feeling in my they're gonna do something weird.
Who did the Dolphins take?
About him, whether he's outside or inside.
They took
Jalen Waddle.
To win as a tackle in the NFL is beat the man to the spot.
They'll probably go O-line here.
Or
yeah, they have to go O-line severely. They need a guard center and right tackle.
They were probably going to take Leatherwood till the Raiders fucked that up.
Yo, I think, man, if Tevin Jenkins slides to the second round, that'd be amazing. But I have a feeling he'll be gone by then.
Oh, here comes Mr. Goodell again. Jalen Phillips, edge rusher, the U. First defensive end, or first defensive lineman taken in the draft. Six, 5.5, 260. Oh, he'll probably fill out for like 280. Wow, good feet. Holy shit, he's fast. Gotta love when your defensive end tracks a quarterback down 15 yards down the field and forces a fumble. When was the last time the first defensive edge or pass rusher was taken at 18 in the draft?
It's been a while.
Oh, that's pretty good company. Notable Miami defensive linemen selected in the first round since 1990. Cortez Kennedy, Russell Maryland, Warren Sapp, Vince Wilfork, and this guy. That's pretty good company to be in.
I'm still disappointed.
Who did you say
and I'll tell you why. Look, Tevin Jenkins. Look, the guy they selected, that guy would still be there in the second round. He's not a first round talent. And this is why it's so frustrating being a Raiders fan, because you expect them to select guys who are first round talent. Since 2017, we've had the most first round picks and done almost nothing with them. Like last year, I was there with you when I told you, hey, CeeDee Lamb is the number one receiver. The other guy that we selected, he's fast and all. That's great. That's great. Speed is good, but it's not all about just one thing, you know?
Yeah,
I believe Ruggs was an end of first round, maybe second round talent. And we had to go and snatch him up before CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy. And that's what made me frustrated. After that, I was like, I'm done. And you look at the year CeeDee Lamb had, and compared to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy, Ruggs is third out of those the three wide receivers that were selected in the first round. He was dead last, 2 touchdowns and 600 yards or some shit like that. That's unacceptable.
He was also the third option. CeeDee Lamb became the second option.
Ah, man. Like I said, this guy, he would have been there in the second round. We could have got him. We could have got, like I said, that linebacker I wanted, or even Tevin Jenkins, who was like 2-3 spots rated over this guy. But we go and reach. We always reach for guys. I don't know why we do that. I really don't. Fucking Mayock and Gruden. I don't know who did this, but I have a fucking feeling it was Gruden. Mayock has done too many drafts to fucking know. He knows better than to fucking do some shit like that.
No, the general manager makes the pick. It's like you don't even know anyway. Yeah, it's a crap. Ruggs had what? Not even a bad year.
I'm not saying he had a bad year. I'm just saying. I mean, compared to Jerry Jeudy's year and compared to CeeDee Lamb's year, the Raiders could have got Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb over Ruggs. And I promise you, Ruggs would have been there at the end of the first round, beginning of second round, which is where we had draft picks.
Like Jeudy only had one more touchdown than Ruggs. Their average yard per catch, Ruggs's was better. He had less. But I was happy that we got CeeDee Lamb, but he's the second best receiver in that draft at best. So.
Out of all,
Justin Jefferson is the best
Jefferson was I agree. But when you have CeeDee Lamb sitting there, you get fucking CeeDee Lamb. I'm not saying CeeDee Lamb is like the fucking Jerry Rice of the fucking draft that year, but I'm saying he was significantly the obvious choice. It was the obvious choice.
Well,
you go CeeDee Lamb.
The Cowboys took the wrong guy too, so don't feel bad. Justin Jefferson was the 5th wide receiver taken in the draft last year. So what do we know?
Right.
I'm glad Philly took Jalen Reagor right before him, though. I mean, CD had a good year. He had 74 catches for 935 yards. And he was the 3rd option, so he's just going to keep getting better.
Right. Like I said, those 3 receivers, I think they're all going to just keep getting better.
What did the No Spines pick?
The No Names selected.
They have $16 million in cap space. They lost, the cornerback Ronald Darby, linebacker Kevin Pierre-Louis.
Jamin Davis, linebacker, Kentucky.
Yeah, they lost their name, but they picked up Curtis Samuel, David Mayo, Wyron Fitzpatrick, and William Johnson.
The pit is.
With the 10th pick in the NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Eat That Pussy 445.
That's funny. He's going to be playing in the same team as a fucking quarterback from Houston if he's not careful.
Oh, Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
He's going to have the same living room as Aaron Hernandez.
Oh.
You imagine? That rope would break so fast. That poor cell roof.
Did you guys see Schefter's tweet from a little while ago?
No.
Peyton Manning told Trevor Lawrence at the Masters earlier this month that Jaguars head coach Urban Meyer needed to play him every play of every game so that he could break his record. his record for interceptions by a rookie at 28.
Oh my god.
I'm doing anything else like that now?
No.
Why this guy on my screen doesn't get a head coaching job in the NFL? He's a fucking damn good football coach. David Shaw, head coach at Stanford.
He's been on a lot of people's lists the last year or two. I don't know why he hasn't.
I'm still happy for the Bears that they did that, though.
I just saw something that Chris Skywalker put in the chat. He said the Hart Foundation is doing pretty good in this flag match. Go Canada. Is there a pay-per-view I didn't know about tonight?
Unless he's had a time machine, because that flag match was from July of 1997.
I didn't even know what the hell he was talking about.
It's from, I believe that is the one. No, is that the one from Canadian Stampede?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Summer of 97.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you watching, Chris, even though you don't like the foosball. The New York Giants select Bobby Boucher, linebacker, whatever the hell that school was that he played at.
SCLSU.
The Mud Dogs. The Mud Dogs.
State University, baby. Go Mud Dogs. We'll see you later, Chris. Thanks for coming in, man. We appreciate it.
Oh shit! I still gotta finish the Captain America. No, whatever the hell that show was called.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That's the one. I'm not ashamed to admit I've actually been hooked on the Mighty Ducks show.
I've been watching it.
It's just got just the right nostalgia where someone of our age catches little tidbits from the movies of the early 90s.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't wait till the night.
Like I can't wait, Frank, for tomorrow's episode where they bring all the old Ducks back.
Me too.
Are they going to? Is that part of the plan? I don't usually watch
Yeah.
I don't watch the pickups for these shows.
I watched the trailer, and in it, it's like Bombay goes and finds Fulton Reed, and he's a construction worker, and then they get all the old Ducks, and they're sitting at a table. I'm like, fuck yeah, the Ducks, the Quack Attack is back, Jack.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch the John Stamos new show on there? I haven't watched
God,
that
no. That doesn't look anywhere near good.
No.
Trying like hell to advertise my channel a bit, but I cannot get this thing to work. I don't know why.
Dude. One NFL head coach called Lions first round pick Penei Sewell, the one surefire Hall of Famer in this draft class.
A lot of people say Sewell was one of the important guys to get out of this draft, that there was 3 or 4 teams that they didn't see him falling past. So, offensive line, man, it's important. That trench stuff, offensive and defensive line is where it's at anymore in the NFL.
That's just a bold statement. Oh yeah, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. Has not played in one single snap in the NFL.
I hate saying that about anybody or even really thinking it. I mean, some guys are just, there's talents that your eyes are just drawn to them. But I don't know.
Kadarius Toney.
Kamarius Coney. Kakorius Toney.
Kadarius Toney. Dynamic, running back skills, inconsistent hands. Oh, good. I'm glad the Giants took a guy that can't catch. Perfect.
As a wide receiver.
Maybe he'll have to. Holy shit! But when he gets the ball in his hands, geez, what the hell was that wide receiver from Florida that was fast as shit and couldn't catch years ago? Oh,
Percy Harvin.
that's the one. And then the one from Ohio State. I think that was when Frank was talking about earlier.
That I don't remember.
Troy Smith, and then he played. Christ, he played just about everywhere. He's a good punt returner. Something junior.
Washington should have drafted a new damn name.
I think they should change it to the Washington Orange Men. Pay homage to Trump.
Well, if with Biden the president now, they should be the Washington.
Oh yeah, how'd that go yesterday? I didn't watch it. I've heard mixed reviews. I read an article today saying most of the major black leaders in America are pissed off at Biden because imagine that he used their vote to get in the White House and now he's not doing that. Who could have ever predicted that a Democrat would do that?
Yeah, no doubt. What's up, Van? Good to see you in the chat, brother. I'm glad you could make it in for a while. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Jim Ebb would come in here. I'm ready to talk all kinds of good things and gush about the Browns.
Browns?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not shitting on the Browns anymore. Their defense looks pretty tight.
We beat them, so I'll still shit on them.
Last year before their defense, before they made the additions in the defense.
Fast as shit from Ohio State, but couldn't catch a cold. Ted Ginn Jr. I knew I'd find it.
Oh yeah, Ted Ginn. He actually
that was the one I was thinking of. Ted Ginn.
Yeah, I knew once you were saying it, I couldn't remember.
Because the Niners drafted Ted Ginn that year, and I was like, well, I could see them maybe drafting Troy Smith. Just because these guys have been playing together since high school. So maybe taking a flyer on Troy Smith in the second round might have been something they would have done, and they didn't. I think
he was pretty good return, man.
Yeah, I think Troy Smith ended up either going late first or early second round to somebody else.
Well, he was like in the fifth round.
Wherever he went, I know he went right before the Niners were going to get him, and I kept hoping the Niners would get him.
He was shit. Even when he came up to the CFL, he wasn't very good.
You know, the return position, the return man is such a shit position until David Hester made it look like so easy, man. That man was nasty. He was fucking fast. He was scary. I would never kick to Devin Hester.
Would have pulled that out of my ass. He was a 5th round pick. Where is he here? I want to see if Frank is correct.
I honestly don't remember. I could be way wrong. I just don't remember.
No, he was a 5th rounder. I want to see if he actually ended up. No, he went a couple spots before the Raiders.
Oh, God.
He got drafted just before Nick Folk. Great kicker. God, I love looking at places people were drafted when you find guys in like Pro Bowlers in like the 4th round. Then you look at the same draft and look at the 1st round and be like, who the fuck are some of these guys? Like, here we go. Number 30 overall in the 2005 draft, Craig Davis, wide receiver out of LSU by San Diego. I don't even remember that guy. He played 4 years in the league, had 50 catches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the year Megatron went first. So look at the top end of this draft. Jamarcus Russell,
Oh God, I don't want to.
Calvin Johnson.
Don't bring
Hall
that up.
of
It hurts
Famer.
Deity's soul.
Don't bring that shit
Right after
up at all.
Jamarcus Russell, Calvin Johnson, Hall of Famer. Joe Thomas, Hall of Famer. Gaines Adams, I don't even know who the hell that is. Levi Brown, then LaRon Landry. Oh, and look at number 7, Deity. You could have had this guy at first overall. One guy, I might have heard of him. His name was Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. The Raiders gonna Raider.
Raiders going Raider.
And then the Dolphins took Ted Ginn Jr. Then the 49ers took Patrick Willis. Look at all these guys after that. Willis could have been a Raider. Marshawn Lynch could have been a Raider. Darrell Revis.
He actually was a Raider.
Yeah, but he could have been a Raider before he was fat. Darrell Revis, Lawrence Timmons.
Jesus, that's a pretty good draft class.
Except for Jamarcus Russell.
Well, obviously, except for Jamarcus Russell.
Craig Olsen. Eric Waddell went in the 2nd round. Zach Miller. That was a good pick by the Raiders.
Jesus.
Amar Woodley in the 2nd round. Steve Smith. Oh, that the other Steve Smith. Not. There's some fuck. I love looking at drafts. Hockey drafts aren't as fun because basically once you get out of the 1st round, it's fucking meh.
Well, I think that's why football and the NBA drafts are a big deal, because these guys get drafted and they go right to the pros. It's like baseball drafts. The MLB draft happens right in the middle of the damn season, and most baseball fans don't even know it.
Yeah,
because
the hockey draft.
Because you get drafted and you have to go to the minor leagues for 3 or 4 years before you even get a chance at seeing the field.
Yeah, the hockey draft, unless you're fucking goddamn stud, you're 1 or 2 years away. You rarely see, well, it's getting more and more, but it used to be you rarely see 18-year-olds step into the league unless they're Connor McDavid or Sidney Crosby or Austin Matthews. Which is sad to say because I'm naming off all these great hockey players and everybody on this call is like, who?
I know.
Look at Russell Wilson's on the TV saying, "Please get me out of Seattle, please, please."
That's the other thing is Russell Wilson has been kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's still some quarterbacks out there that you just don't know where they're going to end up.
Someone was saying, why not trade Russell Wilson for Aaron Rodgers? They both won out wherever the fuck they are.
Well, Aaron Rodgers didn't want to go to Seattle.
That's on the West Coast. It's what, a 2-hour flight to LA?
He didn't want to go to Seattle. He didn't want to go.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, I mean, if you believe this tweet that was sent out earlier, and I retweeted it just a little bit ago when I found it, it was Denver, San Francisco, and Oakland. Or not Oakland, goddamn.
Who tweeted
Denver,
it?
Oh, hell.
Just say Raiders.
No, it wasn't the Raiders. It was The Atlantic is the one that tweeted it, but they got it from somebody else. I forget who. I'll have to go look. Let me go back to Twitter and look real quick. I tweeted it out just a little bit ago. You guys can go back and check yourselves. It should be my last tweet.
Good. Ooh, mother trucker.
But Adam Schefter, I think, had retweeted it. At least I thought he did.
Well, if Shefty retweeted it, then it might be.
I'm not 100% sure. I thought he would have.
If the Colts pair this Joko with the linebacker they already have, is going to be one nasty-ass linebacking core. No. They got a D-end from Michigan. Quiddy Pay.
To my profile. That was according to Pro Football Talk. So take that as you will. According to Pro Football Talk, Aaron Rodgers trade destination wish list, 49ers, Broncos, Raiders.
Well, no longer the 49ers, so they're out.
Yeah.
So now it's Broncos, Raiders.
Well, yeah, but I mean, do the Broncos and Raiders even want him?
The Broncos might want him. The Raiders, John Gruden loves Aaron Rodgers, so who knows? And he doesn't get along with Derek Carr. As much as they say they're okay, they're not.
Yeah, I don't think he's like Derek Carr since he got there. I don't know. He could conceive. I don't know. It's not like either one of them took quarterback. So Broncos and Raiders are still conceivable. Niners certainly aren't.
Jesus, they made this guy seem like he came from Africa or something. He's like his journey to the NFL was the longest of anyone in history. And I'm just like, oh fuck, this guy probably came from like the other side of the world or something and went to high school here. They're like, nah, he's from like Philadelphia.
Let's see what some people in chat are saying. See, Chris checked out for the night. Thanks for coming in, Chris. Van Edwards has been vocal lately. Good pick by the Pats. Kid's a hellacious quarterback. I don't know. He's going to be strong. I wasn't mad about the prospects of the Niners drafting this guy. I don't know. I part of me kind of would have been okay with it, but whatever. Let's see. He also says Devontae Smith is going to prove a lot of people wrong. I think Devontae Smith's going to be fine. But again, I mean, you got to remember on the draft day, a lot of it is the situation you find yourself falling into. If you find yourself falling into a shit situation, like what usually happens in Cleveland, what has been happening for the last several years in with the Jets, I mean, a bad organization ruins good players. That's just the way it is. Deontay Hall before Devin Hester, remember? Talking about punt returners. Dude, I would want a punt return. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
Van Edwards also says the Browns are no joke. The Dolphins are about to light people up too. I don't know about the Dolphins. I'm pretty sure the Browns are going to turn some heads this year. I am 100% convinced the Browns are going to shock some people this year. As a matter of fact, as it stands right now, I am in the back of my mind ready to pick Cleveland to win the division. And the deity is just now subscribed to my channel for reasons passing understanding. Van also says Jamarcus Russell wasn't committed to his craft due to super talented. He was, but I mean, yeah, he just.
He was lazy.
When I
was very lazy.
When I coach kids at baseball, I tell them all the time, I'm like, there is a little bit of natural ability that helps. But in the end, you got to remember, it's like you look at guys like Alex Rodriguez or some of these other players. These are guys that are very naturally talented, but these guys still get up at 5 a.m. They still, do what they got to do to make sure they're fit. They still get in the gym. They still look at tape. They still put in 8 or 9 hours worth of work for that 2-hour baseball game. The only problem is the only time you ever see them put in work is during the game. So you think they just show up and play the game and then they go home. No, there's a lot that goes into it. So you can't. I mean, and from what I've read over the years, that was the thing with Jamarcus Russell. He just thought he was going to show up, play football, and go home and eat, 4 or 5 double cheeseburgers. That wasn't how this shit went. And he just thought that he was going to get by on talent. And I think maybe you could have gotten away with that under Al Davis. For a while anyway, but I mean, Al Davis was not the kind of guy that could help build a team around you at that point in his life. So he just wasn't. He says J.C. Horn is going to make his team glad. I think J.C. Horn's pretty good. Dude was a lockdown corner. Great footwork and man coverage. Good bait and switch ability in zone. Deceptive speed and above average hands. Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of J.C. Horn, so I'm going to take Van's word for all that. He says don't sleep on Tua. I really want Tua to be good. I believe that the NFL's at its best when it's got a ton of quarterbacks and can just kill it. But I don't know. I don't know. It's sometimes, really, as a quarterback, you've got about 2 years to prove yourself in the league, and that's it. You don't have much else left after that. Your opportunities dwindle very, very quickly. So, I don't know. Like I said, I kind of hope Tua pulls it out. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Apparently, Brody's jumped off for the night. If you have Brody, we'll see you later on. Still got Mikkel. Mikkel's still here, and it's just me and the deity. Casey just disappeared. That's all right.
Casey disappeared a long time ago.
Well, the dad jokes can only go so far. Let's see. Now we're waiting on Tennessee. The pick is in for them. Some buzz around Asante Samuel.
Is the first night of the draft just round 1, right?
Yeah, it's just round 1. So we've got this is pick 22 coming up out of 32. And I'm interested to see. There's still a couple I'm interested to see. I mean, I'm interested to see what Minnesota does with the next pick. The Steelers are interesting. The Browns. The Packers still have to pick, and they're the ones that gave us the biggest shock of the first round last year.
Right.
And I am hearing Caleb Farley, the cornerback out of Virginia Tech. He opted out of the 2020 season, so he didn't play.
A lot of these players who opted out are quote unquote getting punished by dropping in the draft where they thought they would end up. They thought they would end up high, like first 20 picks, and now they're getting dropped.
Well,
that's a cool.
There was I was listening to an interview earlier today, and there was somebody saying that he had talked to a couple of NFL coaches that said, if it comes down to somebody who looks really good and has played the last year and somebody who was a first-round talent and hasn't played since last year, he's like, I got to go with the guy who's played this year.